I'm going with Tua.
Yeah. I mean, you got Tua's like the.
All right, here we are. We welcome you in. Justin Fields just threw a first pass for 9 yards. So much for. I think he's gonna run more than throw, but maybe I can bizarre. Wow, second play completion.
There we go.
Wow.
I could be way wrong.
What did you say the split was going to be?
I thought like well, maybe we should forget what I said. But hey, we're so grateful you're here. My guy Jesse, my guy Brady, rocking the champ Bailey, your boy D-Mac with you. Nate Jackson's going to be here in just a couple minutes. Hopefully we have some other special guests coming along as we go. And we thank you so much for watching. And I want to thank Landmark Lincoln.
Our boys.
Landmark Lincoln. There he goes.
Our boys, Landmark Lincoln.
There he goes. That's what I thought.
So I was going to say, are they lulling him in with a couple passing plays here?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Let me tell you about Landmark Lincoln, located on South Broadway. They've been a fixture in Denver and the surrounding metro area. I love Landmark Lincoln. Are you kidding me? They sales, service, repairs. I mean, whatever, Jesse, with Landmark Lincoln. They got it all.
Dude,
They're the best.
They've been great. They've been great partners for us forever. Great service. I mean, they take care of you. Super nice. Gone to dealerships before. Real sleazy.
Bro.
People at Landmark.
They've been a Denver-owned dealership since the 1920s, man. I mean, they really take care of their customers. Their sales guys have been
the
there
Broncos
for
just got it. You got to be quicker,
years.
Brady, if you're going to do that. You can't just be, you can't just drone on and on. We love Landmark Lincoln, but we just got to sack and Justin Fields. Be aware of what's happening. All right. I got it. They've been around since 1901, but we
got it.
We got a sack by Nick Benito on Fields. That's a really good sign for the Broncos right there. So that's good. That's a good start. The Broncos gave up a couple first downs, but
Benito's had the last 2 tackles, I believe.
So we go 3rd and 15.
Get the tank bull here, bro. I mean,
bring some pressure.
Oh, come on. You
gotta make that tackle.
Okay, this is going to be interesting. That's a nice
probably
completion.
Go for it, I would bet you.
I feel like that was a terrible run after that catch.
It's at midfield.
So here we go. What will the Bears do? 4th and short from about midfield. I think they're going to go for it. I don't know why they wouldn't.
They're 0-3. What do they got to lose?
Is that on Surtain? Yep. Yeah. I mean, Surtain's great, obviously, but he's not unstoppable.
Mathis, man. That guy.
He looks like Pat Surtain looks like shit's running downhill on him this year to me.
Oh, they're punting.
All right.
Wow. Damn, Bears. Balk. Bears, little chicken right there.
They must have they must have faith in their defense today or something.
Wow. A punt. All right. So the Broncos take over at the 16-yard line. Here comes our boy Russ. So there you go.
0-3. 0-3. But
see, this is where you can talk about Landmark Lincoln. This is where you can go on and on and on about Landmark Lincoln.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. But I mean, we love Landmark Lincoln on South Broadway. I might have to read a note or two, but I'm going to get over to Landmark Lincoln. I promise you.
Yeah.
And check them out.
Great folks down there. Super helpful. Our fearless leader, Blake, takes his vehicle down there all the time, get him serviced. And
I bought my truck there.
You bought your truck there?
Yep. Still get it serviced there.
Wow.
It's been amazing.
Bragging.
Those guys are awesome.
Man. How's Blake doing? Is he all right?
He's good. Yeah, he's a little tired this morning, but he'll be here in just a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, he's coming. He needed a couple hours to rebound this morning.
I'll tell you that first possession defensively for the Broncos, that's a win right there.
Oh yeah.
A couple of first down throws, and then that's interesting, man, that the Bears would just sort of punt there and not go for it. You want to so we got comments going.
Oh yeah, I'll get some comments pulled up. Send your comments in. Once we get the whole crew here, we'll have a little bit more of a streamlined process here. But so I just said it a minute ago. I'm watching Pat Surtain these last 2 weeks. Like he looks like he's chasing the season a bit.
What does that mean? What are you talking about?
I mean, he was easily the brightest spot last year, no?
I guess in a 5-12 season.
Right.
I mean, he was the only Pro Bowl guy.
Right. Pro Bowl guy. Everyone's coming in this year. He's ranked as the best corner in the league.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Yeah. What are you trying to say, Jess?
He has not looked like the best corner in the league the last couple weeks.
Because they just gave up 70 points.
Well,
bro.
I know that's
they're
what
gonna look crappy. Everybody's gonna look crappy.
That's what I'm saying. Best corner, like he does not look like the best corner in the league. This season looks like it's taking a mental toll on him.
Listen, I'll kill you with truth. The deal with corners is you're only as valuable as your pass rush.
That's exactly
so if you've got no pass rush going on, you got no pressure going on, as good as Surtain or any corner is, the receivers are fast too, and they're just going to get free, and that's what happened. We'll follow
Robbie Chosen. He is notoriously fast and elusive out there.
We got Nate. All right, Brady.
All right.
Kick rocks, Brady. Nice talking to you. Oh, my guy. Thank you, Brady. Nate, come sit down, brother.
Good to see you.
Nate Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
You want some coffee or something?
Sure.
Brady. Sorry, that's terrible. That's terrible, bro. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it if you don't want. Don't worry. No, I'm fine right now. I'm fine.
Little play action. And all right, that's a nice little pickup right there. What's going on, Nate? Good to see you, bud.
Yeah, good to see you. Listening to the broadcast and the radio on the way over.
Oh, nice, perfect.
Strong first drive by the defense.
Pretty good. I mean, they gave up a couple of pass plays
Yeah.
For first downs, but then the Bears tried to run the ball. The Broncos handled it. They got a sack. They looked good. So VJ, Vance Joseph, the beleaguered VJ, at least had one good series. We can count him up here.
And the Bears were passing the ball.
Their first couple plays, yeah.
Oh,
Toss
Russell.
fake, screen, nice play.
Man hurts.
Is that man hurts?
Looks like it. Yep.
It is. Holy cow! How many passes is he even going to catch this year?
Well, that's the thing when you have a good effective play action and you think what you just said, this guy's never going to catch the ball. He's going to come open a lot.
Yeah, he's got some slow linebacker on him. Oh, he dropped it.
Yeah, I was going to say it.
Was that a fumble? Was it a fumble?
No.
No. Ground caused it.
Ground caused the fumble. Ground can't cause the fumble.
That's right,
buddy. That's right. Thank you, Dave Jackson. Thank you, Dave. Hey, we're live here with the Denver Broncos. We're watching the Chicago Bears.
Russ, come on, Russ. Come on, buddy.
Again, these you just can't get on the same page. He's looked so. I shouldn't say so good.
That's what they
there
were
we
doing.
go, Jerry.
Dude. That's what they were doing all during the OTAs and minicamp, right there.
What, a little quick slant?
Yep, they were slanting it up left and right.
I mean, that's a little RPO, looks like.
You think so?
I don't know. Maybe it's a play action. You know what? We didn't run RPOs when I played.
Yeah.
So I never got coached up on exactly how to run that and what's it supposed to look like. A RPO is you have the option as a quarterback to hand it off or throw it. So I don't know how they teach that to the offense.
I bet that was a design slant.
I've got to ask. You said you didn't run them when you played, so you didn't coach. So was that
it wasn't in the league at that point.
Okay,
no, it wasn't a thing.
Huh.
Yeah, this was probably in the last 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, that sucks, right?
The RPO became like it started in college and it kind of came into the NFL.
That's crazy that you guys didn't run them. Like that's just not all that long ago.
No, it wasn't.
All right, Broncos have the ball right around midfield, which is where the Bears had it, and Bears had it 4th and 2, Nate, right at the same spot, and they punted. They didn't go for it, which surprises me.
4th and 2 is a long way to go. 4th and 1 or 4th and like super short, I can see. 4th and 2 is a little trickier, man.
All right. Well,
the analytics can't just go for it, right?
I would have gone for it. I'd be more aggressive. Wow, they are coming. Bring the heat, Broncos. They picked it up all right. That's all right.
Nate Atkins right there. Look at him. Second career catch.
Again, so we get Atkins and Manhurts.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? This guy. See, that's the thing. I was one of those guys. And so if I caught a pass, then he'd be like, Nate Jackson. What's going on?
What's this guy doing out there?
All right, Nate.
We got Nate Jackson.
Who do you think the flag's on? Ooh, personal foul.
Ooh,
all right.
Passer.
Take it.
How's your bike ride down here, bud?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, the weather is freaking ridiculous. I got passed going uphill at Kennedy Golf Course, which is always depressing. Then this other dude tried to pass me.
That was a penalty on him for the hit?
Oh, for the helmet to helmet.
Come on, man. I mean, no, you're hitting. Football's about hitting, dude. Your head
you
is
don't
just...
think that was helmet to helmet?
I don't. Well, I mean, sometimes the helmets hit, but like that's because your head is the tip of the spear when you're moving forward and you're trying to hit you're trying to bring the guy down.
Yeah.
There's really no way to like.
That's going to cost them some money too.
No, that won't not.
Sure will.
No. Coffee bet. Just kidding.
Another play action screen.
I was gonna say,
take what they give you, man. Chip, chip, chip away.
Yeah.
And then they'll take some shots.
Who we got there? Oh, we got Javonte. So Simmons not playing.
Yeah. Okay. That's a bummer, man. He was so durable and reliable for his first 6 years.
You think this is something bigger? Like his
he's just getting older, man. I mean, he's 30, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Careers go quick, brother.
They
It's
sure do.
wild. It's nuts.
Yeah. That's around the time mine ended, 29-30.
Yep. All right. Broncos are in good position here for sure. Second and manageable.
Nice.
Oh, there you go. That's a great play. It's just a pitch to. Oh, that's McLaughlin right there.
Yeah,
so they're
Jaleel.
getting him. Okay, so they're getting him in the mix, not P. Ryan. Quicker.
Poor Samaje P. Ryan, man. Like he's just kind of the odd man out now.
He's the one that said during training camp, "I'm not that special."
Yeah, but he was waffling. He was being silly. He came here so he could be the lead back.
You gotta.
That's why he can't let. That's why he left Cincinnati.
3rd and 1, kind of. You go play action, little dump off pass.
Just run it, dude.
Just put the ball in Javonte's hands.
Yep.
Man up. Man up.
Or the tush push, bro.
And Broncos haven't really. Oh, wow, they're lined up for it. No, not the tush push, but
no,
there you go. There's the play action dump.
And
run it, Russ.
I was gonna
there
say,
you go. Oh,
yikes!
Dang,
That was an awkward collision.
Yeah,
He jumped right back up.
All right, but I like that.
Yeah. See, I was gonna say, looks at the sideline, get everyone fired up. Like,
let's go,
dude.
Let's go. He did have
nobody open. No, he didn't.
Yeah,
well, he had Manhurst coming a little bit, but I don't know, just run that ball, man.
Yeah, he could pick it up easy. That's perfect. Good job, Russ. That's a good play. That's exactly what you need. Just looked a little cringy because he dove head first there. It's all right. He's in shape.
It's football, man.
Oh, we're in I formation. We are, dude, power football here, buddy. Boy, that is straight up. Look at that.
3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Yeah.
Like the old days.
We said this might be the fastest game.
You did.
Remember we said that earlier this year or this week?
Well, they're all already 2/3 of the way through the first quarter.
Look how fast it's going. It's crazy. So this might be another like 7-8 possession game for both teams. It could be.
Unless there's some turnovers. I remember an interesting stat from last season. Percentage of plays that a quarterback either gets sacked or causes or turns the ball over. Justin Fields was at the top of the league, and Russell Wilson was second.
Got nothing. Throw it away, Russ. Oh, all right.
Yikes.
So there probably are going to be a few turnovers in this game.
All right, first 3rd and long for the Broncos. Are they in the red zone? Who's that to? Oh, Troutman. See, this is where, like, hey, Alberto would be nice right here, maybe, you know?
Yeah.
6'5".
By the way, how's Alberto doing in the first 3 games?
Has he even played?
I doubt
Has
it.
he even been active?
I don't think so.
By the way, you're nicely shaved.
Yeah, I'm doing a CBS hit later.
Oh, that nice.
Ooh,
nice.
there you
go.
Just a post game thing. So
You on with Romy or Rod?
I actually don't know.
One of the two.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, they're in the red zone.
Screen pass.
Can you get there? Can you get
He
there?
will.
Can you get?
Yep.
Hey, Jaleel
Wow.
McLaughlin. That's right.
Wow.
That's a great play.
Great drive
Job,
too.
Broncos.
This is all around great drive.
What'd you like about that drive? Break it down.
Methodical.
Instant breakdown.
Picked up some key third downs there. Switched it up, running the pass. Did a screen pass there for a 20-yard touchdown. Jerry Jeudy caught a pass on a slant.
Quinn.
Russell Wilson picked up a first down with his legs.
Dude, they got out of their own way on that drive.
Yeah.
Like they didn't do anything that like this. The last 3 years have been them shooting themselves in the foot. Anytime they have a big explosive play,
Yeah.
a holding or something behind the play, they got out of their own way.
Well, that was a great drive.
Manhurts had a catch. Nate Atkins had a catch. Jerry Jeudy, Jaleel McLaughlin.
And they're just not okay. I mean, they're just using McLaughlin like they should.
Well, he's a rookie, man. And
Great block by the belly. Quinn Miners was appropriately downfield and got a great block. That was good, man. Good job. Good job there, Sean Payton. Good
fucking
job.
A, man.
Let's go. Landmark Lincoln. You know what I say? They're on South Broadway.
You do say that.
They've been there since 1815.
Might as well have been. Might as well have been.
They're amazing. So they're great. I'm just seeing how many misspelled words you have here, Jesse.
Yeah, I was gonna say how many times I scratched out and
there's a
restarted.
couple.
Yeah. It's
What,
all right.
what was the college?
We don't need to get into that.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, anyways,
Douglas County public school education.
What's going on? What's
I'm just reading his chicken scratch.
Okay.
For what's happening.
I was being pressured to get. Hey, come on, we gotta get on here. We gotta go. We gotta get over there. Landmarklincoln.com. You can check out their inventory, all their different services, stuff like that. Make sure to check them out. That's got to be as good of a start to this as you could have hoped for. Yeah. For them.
Yeah.
Obviously, get the points, but the way that
Russ looked comfortable.
Yeah.
The offense looked comfortable.
They look great.
But last week, we got to pump our brakes on the excitement
know.
and the optimism because they've looked good in the first half of
They
every
have.
game.
Their first drives have been good.
Yeah,
period.
and it's I've heard people talking about this. So you script your first 15 plays. Sean Payton, I think, does the same thing. So, and Russell feels good about those scripted plays. He studies those scripted plays. He knows exactly what all his reads are on those plays because they were given to him on a piece of paper before the game. What happens in the second half when it's not on a script, Russ?
Right.
And I'm just sending in plays based on the situation. You didn't get a chance to study these plays ahead of time. Are you still going to look that good?
Yeah.
And I think that's ultimately what has been missing from this offense. Sean Payton and Russell Wilson collaborating on just getting a feel for the game as it goes on.
Yeah. No, that's I was gonna say getting a feel for the situation and being able to kind of, that's where it feels like there's a disconnect.
The question is why does it fall apart? That is the mystery. If you start off, so you started off strong defensively, start off strong offensively.
Yeah.
And maybe, hey, listen, maybe things really go the Broncos' way today. I hope they do. It looks great. And the Bears are a terrible team.
You did, but you chose the Bears to win.
Did. I said 30-24.
Why?
Because I felt the Bears were just going to run roughshod over the Broncos defense, and they weren't going to be able to account for Justin Fields, and Fields was just going to nail him with play action deep passes.
Okay.
I thought Fields may have 13 completions and average something like 30 yards per completion. In fact, on the first drive,
you said he'd throw 10 or 11 passes total.
Something like that. I thought he had more runs than passes.
Yeah.
And that he would average 30 yards per
Right.
throw. And, the first pass, I looked like a genius.
Yeah.
The first pass, the first play was right up that alley. It wasn't 30 yards, like 15. But it was, but then they try to run. So this is interesting because maybe the Broncos are just totally geared towards the run, period. That's it. And that's going to make we'll see what they do. Wow, he's in the pistol. Fields in the pistol.
Pistol Pete.
See, dude,
these Bears are really bad. Though.
That's good. Well, that's what I thought they were going to do. Good for the Broncos, right? Hey, there's Drew Sanders, the Rook, trying to figure life out. Meanwhile, what do we got? We got Houston up on Pittsburgh. That's cool. We can just talk about the other games too as they come along.
Like I said, I need to.
There we are. What are you doing?
I was just checking it out. Look and see what it looks like. I'm like, oh man, I'm on TV. Hi guys. Not TV, but no, I just want to see what the feed looks like. It looks great. I like the 3 cameras, man.
Where's Brady? Brady, why don't you come sit down with us, bro? Why are you sitting way over there in the corner? You can sit down, relax. Be part of the party.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Yeah. Brady's sitting over there in the corner.
Like Mooney.
Champ Bailey.
Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah. Nate caught passes against Champ Bailey.
Of course.
You impressed by that?
Yeah. No, Champ was a great teammate, man. He was, and so he came here in 2004. I was playing in NFL Europe in 2003. In the spring of 2003, I was over in Germany when I heard about us trading for him. So I went straight from NFL Europe. Well, as soon as that season was over, hopped on a flight back to minicamp, and I was going in front of, I was playing in front of or against NFL Europe corners. Then all of a sudden, the next week, I got Champ Bailey in front of me at practice. So he was quite a learning curve, but it made me so much better. And that's why when we talk about Pat Surtain, right? He's like, why Pat Surtain? Why a corner? Who cares about if your corner's your best player? That's not a good way. Relative value speaking.
Relative value, baby.
But what D-Mac doesn't understand.
Oh my God, here we go.
Is that the rising tide lifts all boats there? Like he's so awesome that everybody who gets to play against him gets awesome too. Everybody in that room gets awesome because he's out there. Every receiver who goes against him every day gets better because of him. The quarterback who has to face him every day gets better because he has to worry about pass return at practice. So everybody benefits from a player like that.
Yeah, I gotcha. It's just you're the fifth most impactful player position on the team.
So get somebody to pair with him, then he would
exactly. Yeah.
You got Mathis that
Yeah.
Well, listen, you don't have a quarterback, you got nothing. The end.
But they have a quarterback now. What do they have?
Do they?
Do they?
Nothing?
I was
Yeah, of
gonna
course
say,
they
I don't know
do.
if I'd say that
Okay.
like that.
All right, here's a big play again. The Bears are at midfield. This is just where they were. This is more or less where they were in their first drive. So they came up short. First time.
Nope.
That's
Yikes.
good pressure. Oh, that's a good completion.
That might be
That
a little
is
short.
damn
You might be a little
close.
short.
I was
He's
gonna-
short.
Oh,
They're going for this one, though. I promise you that.
so they're just inside the 50. That's only a 5-6 yard difference from where they were before.
But
Yeah.
it's not 4th and 2. Now it's 4th and inside
It
a
is.
yard.
This
That
is
matters.
tush push time right here.
Yeah, this is
This is uber
quarterback
tush
sneak,
push.
right?
Yeah,
Uber push, man.
this is it.
There's
There's nothing to think about here, too. Like this, the Eagles have just perfected this one. Like, there's just nothing to think about. You can't stop it if you do it right. Are they in the gun?
They are.
Oh my God, the Bears are so dumb.
Oh,
Tush push with a fullback.
Uh,
Oh,
They
what?
made it.
They got it. They got it.
that's a tight end right there, actually.
Oh man, that is gonna be close.
No, the near
Oh,
judge got
yeah,
him.
he got him. So they got okay. Dang, was that the tight end?
Yeah, 85.
They got it. All right, good play. That is a smart play because why put your quarterback in that position if you don't have to?
What, a sneak?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have to,
You should be able to. I mean, when's the last time a quarterback got hurt on a sneak?
That's a good point too. I can't think of
You
it.
should be able to just push into that pile.
Well, that was the tush push right there.
Well, I
They got
was
it.
because I was just reading the thing the other day that they're wanting to put in a rule that you can't do that.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
it's a stupid play. It looks dumb. It's just
And the Eagles have perfected it in a way that like they really took advantage of it last season. I don't think so. No.
See, this is exactly what I thought the Bears would do. Here it is. See, are the Broncos defense, are they just going to get tired?
Well, there could be a conditioning issue as well with
I
this
do.
team.
I think
Because
there is.
you remember the Rams came into
Yep.
into town and practiced, like the Broncos weren't able to withstand their kind of
Their practice.
they
No.
got tired at the end of practice and like
It was weird. And then the second day, Judy got hurt, and that just bummed everybody out.
yeah.
And then, the Broncos beat them by 41 points in a totally meaningless game because they'd already got what they needed out of the practices. Yeah, the Rams were done. They didn't care. See, that's the play action right there. That's a nice play. That's a nice play.
I mean, everyone does a version of that play.
Yeah.
We used to do the version
Oh
of
my
that
God,
play.
you guys owned that with Jake.
Yeah.
That was that play action roll.
Yeah, you just have to establish the run and
Yeah.
the offensive linemen need to sell it.
Wow, that's the end of the first quarter.
Look at
27 minutes.
27.
Holy, we
Yeah,
are
they probably
we
scored
are
like 11
fast,
Whoa.
man. Holy cow. All right, let's look at some numbers maybe here. And
D-Mac by the numbers.
by the numbers, see what we got. That was a fast first quarter. Broncos up 7-0. Let's see. So Russ is 6 of 7 for 59 yards, 8.4 per. It's all right.
Okay.
It's got a touchdown pass. No, that's good. I mean, they've only had one drive. That's a really, really good drive. They ran the ball 4 times for 10 yards. But they're throwing these kind of short, the kind of the virtual handoffs, right? Like the whole, I don't know what you even call it anymore. The whole.
I love how
NFL's
you call
loaded
them
with it.
virtual handoffs.
Well, I mean, you're throwing it like 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. I guess it is a forward pass, but
Yeah.
there's like almost no risk to the pass whatsoever. You tell me what it is. You tell me.
It's a pass.
It's
It's
a
just
pass.
it's just a way to kind of take advantage of soft coverage, man.
All right, the Bears.
By the way, Brandon McManus,
Oh.
huge day for Jacksonville. I have him on my fantasy team.
There you go.
Do you really?
I do. I thought, and I think
Trying to
he's-
make up with Brandon?
yeah, man. Hey, Brandon, if you're watching, great game, man. You really struck the ball well.
Oh yeah, what even happened in that game? I didn't even catch.
They won 23-7 over
Yeah.
Atlanta in London.
Okay, what soccer stadium they play at? Do you know?
I don't know.
Fields is 6 of 6 for 10.5 per for 63 yards. He took 1 sack. I think that was Benito.
0 points.
And they've run the ball 6 times, and they're driving right now. So they should have. Well, I don't know. I thought they should have gone for it on 4th and 2 on the first drive. But you have one drive for the Broncos in the first quarter.
Yeah,
one drive.
It's gonna be a 4-possession game for the
Dude,
Broncos. They better score 28
Wow,
points.
I didn't think about that. Like that.
Well, that was the first game.
to me.
That was the first game of the year.
Yeah,
They had
yeah.
6 possessions.
Total.
6 total possessions.
I like unbelievable better.
Unbelievable. How did the Bears end up this bad? Like they weren't supposed to be this bad, right?
That's a long story.
Well, ask him about Justin Fields because he's had a full-throated support of Justin Fields for years now.
Yeah,
this has been his thing.
It's been his
whole
shtick.
They got the right quarterback. They've had turnovers and coaches. They had the league's literal worst defense last year. They had the worst yards allowed scoring defense.
And this isn't me disagreeing with you. I'm just, you are still Justin Fields over Pat Surtain?
Yeah, because they don't have a quarterback, and you had to use 2 firsts, 2 seconds, Noah Fant, Drew Lock, a partridge in a pear tree, just to get Russell Wilson.
But you're happy with having you'd rather have one of the worst at his position in the league than one of the best.
How about that right there, bro?
Okay. No, he didn't get it.
Nope.
Yeah,
didn't get it.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
yeah, because that's. Remember what I said? Set up play action.
No, you said they were going to run it all day.
I said they would run it all day and then do exactly that. That's exactly.
But they haven't run it yet.
They've been running it left and right.
Left, right, and then throw it.
Hold on. That's a hell of a catch.
Oh, that's a touchdown, dude.
No, that's good.
His foot was in, so he's in.
That's good. That is a hell of a catch.
Damn, that was
who was that?
Pretty serendipitous timing.
No, that's McMillan. Oh yeah.
Well, his footstep. Yeah, but yeah, it is. It is. No, this foot.
No, that's good. That's good. Brady, we got.
Well, wasn't his first foot like the right toe on the?
Well, no, you're good.
Well, it's good, but nobody can hear what you're saying.
I don't know if his right foot was in or not. Right?
No, he got it. Did he? We still can't hear you.
Well, if you get 2 feet in, then you kick the pylon, then you're in. But I don't know if you got that right foot in before.
Here, Brady, you switch me. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna read the chat.
Yeah.
No,
it's all right. Just we're in conversation. We just want to be able to hear you.
Plus, you got the Champ Bailey jersey on.
Hey,
you gotta get that visual stimulation.
And again, I didn't start GJ Moore in my fantasy league.
Yeah, I know. So do those type of like mistakes, whatever you want to call them, do those ruin your weekend sometimes when you're
like my weekend?
Yeah.
No.
So how much like do you put into your fantasy team? Like
I have 2 fantasy
Would you
teams.
rather have the Broncos win or all of your fantasy teams win?
I'd rather have the Broncos win and go 0-2 in my fantasy.
Cool.
All right, Jesse,
my family's had Broncos season tickets since '61. So,
really?
Yeah.
Oh man, since they sucked really bad.
How's the chat?
The '60s weren't like a good time.
Since year 2.
Yeah. Wow.
Season number 2.
Oh wow, and they still have them now.
Yeah. Well, they're in my name now.
Okay. Cool.
So, yeah.
So do you go to every game or?
Pretty much. I mean, last year I sold the last few because of what was going on
Yeah.
last year. So.
Okay, so as a season ticket holder since the 1960s, how have you felt about the last 6 or 7 years with the Broncos? Since Super Bowl 50,
I felt like we haven't had a coach that had control like Sean Payton does right now. Like every coach was like, okay, here's your head coach, but you can only do so much.
Right.
You can't pick your coaching staff, or you focus on defense, and head coach needs to be the leader of the organization, and we haven't had that. And not to say like, there's been a big turnaround in the first 3 games, but
you feel good about the direction.
Yes, and I feel good about the new ownership.
Yeah.
They're definitely willing to spend money.
Yeah.
They're willing to improve the stadium. I don't want to move the stadium out of downtown.
They're not going to. Don't worry about it.
Don't
sweat it.
My Denver.
Don't even worry about it.
My Denver fan. I love that all of our sports facilities are
I
downtown.
agree with that.
No, that's not why they're not doing it. They don't care about that.
Well, yeah, because they're under lease and they're gonna.
Nope, that's not why.
I agree with you that they're gonna sell the team in 10 years.
Right. That's why.
Yeah. No, I know.
Why?
That's the reason.
Why do you think that, D-Mac?
Because they're gonna make like
I don't know,
money.
But why don't they pass it down to the kids and have it in the family for 30 years?
I'll tell you this about their
or
kids.
Sell it to Kroenke.
I'll tell you about they can't because he owns the Rams. I'll tell you about their kids. Their kids are really independent and do their own thing. I mean, maybe the kids will want to get involved. Oh, what's going on here?
It's a touchdown. They reviewed it.
It's a touchdown. The Walton Penner kids are really independent. There's 4 of them. They've got their own things going on. I mean, maybe they'll want to be part of something, but
Like the Bolins.
Bolins were different. I mean, they kind of all were part of the family business. Boy, that was close, man. All right, so the touchdown is good.
I know.
And the Broncos are now tied with the Bears 7-7. So now what, Nate? So how do you bounce back from here?
Go down and score another touchdown, Bubba.
Yeah. And this is where I get 30-24. This is where I get the back and forth of 30-24. And now we got to see if the Broncos got the first drive out of their system. Can they have another good drive? Can they respond accordingly?
Yep.
Just keep doing what you're doing. You don't have to worry about the end result here. We're just trying to get down the field. One play at a time. That's what they say, one play at a time. But they should still be within their first 15 play framework here.
Yeah.
So they're still doing kind of the scripted plays, the plays they like, the plays they worked out at practice that they thought were going to work, the plays they talked about in meetings, the plays they went over and over again, the plays they talked about last night, the plays Russell's studying in his locker before this game started. So as this second quarter moves along, and once we get into the third quarter, those scripted plays are going to be over, and it's going to be back to like, all right, we're calling what we think is going to work here based on what they're doing today.
If you're watching us, well, I mean, you are watching us. You can chat in the chat section, and we will read the questions and comment along. And oh my God, are you kidding me?
Are
you kidding me? Oh my God! So that's a muffed kickoff. My man, you know how I feel about special teams, brother.
And is that Marvin Mims?
Yep.
So he had a return to the house last week, bright spot for the team, and then of course you come back and then put your team in a bind down on the 2-yard line.
So you understand, on every single kick that's in the end zone,
it hit him in the face.
It hit him in the face.
He took his eye off it.
So right there, that decision is, I'm going to do better than get to the 25-yard line.
Yeah.
That's that decision. I'm going to do better than the 25-yard line.
That comes from the same place in the heart, DMAC, that tells you I can make it to the NFL as a kid. And then people like you are like, no, you can't. Look at the percentages. You'll never make it to the NFL. So the same belief in the self that got him to the NFL is the one that says I can get that return out to. And he had one for a touchdown last week, dude. What do you expect?
I put it on the player. I put it on the coaches. Of course, he's going to try to do that. He's going to try his best. I mean, I get it, but that's a rookie. That's my whole thing. That is a rookie making a special teams mistake.
Catching a kick is catching a kick,
dude. Oh my God. All right, whatever. The game is tied in the second quarter. Just let the ball go through the freaking end zone. Start at the 25. It's different than when you're down and you got to do something dramatic. Here, well, we'll see here.
Why would you be putting all that in your head at that time? You either catch it or you don't.
But that is a dumb mistake by the coaches.
Trying to catch it?
Yes, because at this point of the game, you don't need to do it. If the Broncos can get out of this,
you always need to do it, D-Mac.
No, man, you really, really don't. And now that's why they're in this lousy position, and that's going nowhere. Now it's
flag on the field,
and that's going to be a hold.
We don't know that. Looks like in the holding area, but let's pump our brakes here, D-Mac.
It's probably a hold.
You're ridiculous, dude.
No, you are.
You are.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's a hold. I can't believe it.
Well, half the distance, so it's actually not a huge deal.
On Troutman,
it's not a 10-yard penalty. So one of the things
they turned it down. Of course, they didn't take it because they got 0 yards.
Now it's third and
It'd
10.
be a 2.5-yard penalty, right? So, one of the things you can do when you're backed up like that as an offense is you can work with cadence, try to get them to jump off sides, because you know that if it's on you, if you jump off sides, it's only going to be like a half-yard penalty for you. So you actually want to manipulate the snap count when you're backed up like that.
Dude, this is nightmare turnover land right here. 3rd and 7.
No, this is Russell Wilson time.
Quarterback draw.
All right, buddy. Timeout. Yeah.
Who's the player? All right. I want to ask you this, D-Mac. Okay. 3rd and 7. A pivotal point early in the game, like you see right now.
Yeah.
Who is the receiver that Cortland should be looking to on 3rd and 7?
Albert Okaway.
Cortland?
Oh, stop.
Cortland would be a good one here, actually. Yeah, because this is a point where you got to throw probably into a little bit of traffic. And theoretically, yeah, I actually agree. I'd say Cortland. What about you?
Yeah, I like Cortland. I like Jerry Jeudy. He caught the back of that ball, that first slant, but he's got his hands on a ball already today and looks like he's ready for it. Cortland's hands, man, to me are a little suspect. All the ball. He had a good game last week, but every ball he caught was a body catch. He wasn't snatching it like this. He had 2 fumbles lost. For whatever reason, to me, he's not seeing the ball into his hands. So I would obviously he is your big target. And without Greg Dulcich out there, to me, it's either Cortland or Jerry. Maybe a little Adam Troutman if he could find a little spot over the ball there.
Boy, you just cannot. Whatever you do, don't throw an little slant.
See, I hate this.
I hate that play.
Behind the line of scrimmage when you got to get 7 yards,
play.
push, like run a route, man.
Terrible play.
That's Sean Payton's brilliance right there.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Look,
Man.
look,
Hold on,
we're
my
gonna.
kids calling.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you guys just talk amongst yourself. I'll be right back.
All right. Don't you know I'm on the air?
He's coming over.
Oh, your son. I've never met him.
I don't know if he's here.
Oh, cool.
You can't hear the bell in here.
What's that?
You can't hear the bell in here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know what? He might be outside. Let me go see.
So, Nate, here's what I was going to say. We talked about this the other day. Like, it's 7-7 in the first half, and that drive feels like it sucked all the energy right out of the.
Yeah. Momentum
Right,
is
that
momentum,
sideline.
man. It's especially on the road like that.
Yeah.
Because now the crowd's into it, right?
Right.
So now you get them excited. They already think their team sucks. They're ready to turn on them.
Yeah.
If the Broncos were able to go up 14-0, the crowd would probably give up.
Yeah.
But they gave them life, and now they had to punt it. Yeah. So that's what you don't want to do on the road there. But at the same time, now the defense has a chance to flip it, right? So
stop. Yeah.
and the defense is talking about that. We gotta put a stop to this and stop this momentum. Football is such a game of momentum. Like
Totally.
you can just feel the tide turn, and then oh my gosh, and you got to have someone step up and make a big play and put a stop to that.
They need them too, because I really do think, like you guys were talking about we were talking the other day off the air, that I think this is such a fragile team right now. Like they need to come out, get a stop, get the ball back, and kind of erase whatever that was.
And, I mean, like you said earlier this week, like when they didn't challenge that Cortland Sutton play in the first drive last week, then they come back, we're down 14-0. When it could have been 7-7.
Yeah.
That's a different ball game, momentum, and then you're down. And it just kept snowballing after that.
And you don't realize where it's about to go. Like hindsight, you should have challenged that, and that was a huge pivotal moment. But in Sean Payton's mind, he's like, oh, we're gonna have another shot at this, and that's the first drive and the third play, like
right.
But it was a big mistake on his
let's
part.
do a little switcheroo. Brady, why don't you get up for a second? My son Connor, Jesse, why don't you come over here for a second? Or how are we gonna do this?
No, you can sit down. I'll talk to him in a second.
Okay, all right, sit down.
What's up, man?
My son Connor. Nate
Connor,
Jackson.
hey, how you doing?
And,
good to meet the offspring of Darren McKee.
There's Jesse.
Yeah.
Jesse, you guys have been, Brady's over there and Mark's in there. So my son Connor, who obsessively lifts weights, look at him.
I'm telling you, man, I'm kind of shocked actually, knowing you and then seeing this.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Where is this? Is this your father's genetics or your mother's?
Neither. I think it comes back from way back. So.
Way back.
Neither.
The postman.
You're not my father.
Yeah, I'd say it actually probably is mother's side.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to give you too much credit.
All right. So
you got the brains and the wits from your father.
We'll go with that. Sure, we'll be nice.
When did you start lifting weights, Connor?
Like seriously?
Yeah.
Probably second semester of spring semester of my freshman year.
Yeah, so he's been lifting weights basically for
6 years.
6 straight years, like every day.
Every day.
Try to every day.
Yeah.
Taking
What happens when you don't? Do you allow your body to rest ever? Or
I do. Yeah, but just pretty infrequently. Probably should.
Yeah. Well, that's why you do the steroids, because it helps.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Recover faster.
I'm not showing the upper part of my arms because there's a bunch of just holes in there.
Yeah,
so
no, that's cool.
Hey, look at Connor rocking the abs hat too, Jesse. He's ready for the game.
I'm ready
for the big game tonight.
2 weeks.
All right,
2.5
we got preseason tonight. I'm going to. You don't want to go?
No, you can
No.
No, I don't.
All right, we got 1st and 15 and play action. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There's DJ Moore. He's a really good player, man.
Yeah.
He was stuck in Carolina for a while, and then he was able to get out. And
this is it. This is what I was talking. That's just a crossing route.
D-Mac,
So
we gave you a little bit of a hard time after that first drive, but
Yeah, well, this is what I thought was happening.
The count is still, I think, going to be a little bit off, but
Well, yeah, maybe, because if they can throw the ball like that, if play action is going to work that easy on the Broncos.
Well, of course it works because you assume the Bears are going to run. So
I
you're
got it.
always going to play action pass it, because then it always triggers that kind of paranoia that they're going to run.
You know, and that's what Surtain too. Like on crossing routes, if you got time, they're just gonna.
Everybody.
There's nothing Surtain can do. There's nothing
exactly.
you can do if you got forever on a crossing route.
Exactly.
You know what? The only option for a corner is to tackle the receiver. You can't do it. That's why you got to get pressure. That's why pressure matters more than the corner coverage. Blah 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 blah. See, now the Bears are rolling here. They got all the momentum. What happened, man? It's because of the stupid special teams play, bro.
Yeah, but it's not
dumb special teams.
But
play.
that doesn't mean you don't try to return it ever because of a mistake. That's like,
oh my God, dude.
Ouch.
Wow. Are you kidding me?
Ouchie.
Are you kidding me?
Ouchie. Who's that?
Cole Kmet.
Cole
tight ends.
Kmet.
And that's on, listen, that's probably on Drew Sanders because you don't have Jewel. Oh, who's McMillan?
Turner Yell.
Turner Yell. Oh, right. He can't play football. That's right. Well, this is Justin Simmons. Well, here we go. Simmons. Oh, man. Was that Singleton?
Nobody.
Singleton didn't. Who's that on right there?
Well, it was
Turner Yell didn't pick him up.
Yeah.
Then Singleton's looking at Turner Yell. No pass rush.
Should be somebody.
So why didn't Singleton drop more right there, Nate?
I don't know.
Should he have?
I don't know the defense. I don't know what they're.
Well, one thing has to happen. He has to drop.
Well, he can't really run with a guy up the seam. I don't think.
then that has to be safety.
Yeah,
coverage.
yeah. The safety has to be over there.
So that's Justin Simmons not being there.
Right.
Okay. All right. There you go.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, buddy.
This is not good though.
I said 30-24, bro. I said 30-24.
D-Mac, I am going to put you on the spot a bit here. We've had a few comments come in about Connor, your very nice tweet to your dad from last week.
Guilty.
So I just got to...
You want to talk a little more about how much you love your father and what an impact he's made on you in your life?
Here. Just how nice is your dad to you?
Oh, I mean, he's great. I'm very thankful that, I was able to, going to school, I basically had a free choice, which was something that is basically an afterthought. And as he's very well aware, I base a lot of stuff on my alma mater at this point, in terms of just passion and school visits and stuff like that. So no, very thankful. He's treated me and the rest of my family incredibly well. And I could not have a better father to look after.
Oh my God. My guy. Look at that.
We needed some good feels after whatever the last 7 minutes have been there.
Simmer the
yeah.
right
I'm going to tell Mom you just said something nice about me.
And it's immortalized forever on the internet. So there you go.
That's nice.
Connor, do you view your dad as a celebrity locally? When people talk to you about your dad in that kind of way?
It's tricky. I've heard the term fame-ish thrown around, not in this particular case, but it works as in you're really famous with a subset of people, but to other people you're a complete stranger.
Right.
So I would consider that to be in some type of way to be what my father is in the city of Denver or maybe the state of Colorado.
Yep.
But outside media circles in other markets around the US, it's
nothing.
Who's this guy?
I'm zero.
If he was riding his 10-speed in Ohio, people wouldn't be honking at him and be like, D-Mac!
No.
But that's not necessarily a bad thing.
You know, it's crazy though. We've gone outside of Colorado and just people from Colorado, they're Broncos fans and they live other places. So that has happened, which is always
has happened a couple times.
That is weird.
They hear you speak and then they know it's you? Or?
It's a little bit of both, but we have been traveling all sorts of places and you get, we call him Hey D-Max. He generally hates him. The Hey D-Max.
Hey D-Mac.
And my wife hates him too.
Kill me with truth.
My younger son is more into it. And by the way, my younger son is Dylan. He's a D-Mac too, but that was completely unintentional when we named him. We never for a second thought that was going to be an issue. All right, here we go. Thanks for the this is your life. Hey, what a great idea. Just let the kick go through the end zone.
It went over his head, dude.
Yeah. No, that's a smart one.
Let me just say this, though. If this game continues on this track and the Broncos lose to the Bears and the Bears score a bunch, VJ could could see the hammer fall.
Yeah, at halftime, I got some scoop from inside the building last night.
Oh, you did?
About that, and I'll save it for halftime.
Okay.
So keep watching at halftime. Jesse, maybe we can promote that on the, whatever. But, at halftime, I'll give you the scoop of what I got in the building about BJ. So I still got some birdies out there, Nate.
Yeah, man.
They
Tweet.
They still exist. Now the Broncos have to come from behind.
There we go.
That's
Jaleel.
good.
Jaleel.
Oh,
Just
man.
he's the
Okay.
guy, man. I love that
Okay.
guy. Look at how
Yeah,
look
there
at how
you
confident
go.
he
There you
is.
go, son. Nice job.
Jaleel McLaughlin. Fantasy Wire, pick him up.
He was my last pick.
Was he?
Not even
really?
not even kidding. He was my last.
You picked him.
I
you play him?
saw the last. I haven't played him yet, no.
Yeah.
But I saw the last preseason game. I saw his stats during the preseason, and
Yeah.
I don't follow the Broncos as much
No.
as you guys do. I was like, it's last round. It's gonna be this or another running back that'll
Is
get
it a
like 4
keeper
or 5
league
points.
where you can keep a guy next year? If
No,
you
it's
draft
not.
him in the late rounds.
No,
Play
just
action.
a snake.
Go deep. Ah.
Russell.
Oh.
Oh, he's
Stay up.
he's a magician. That's how you tear your ACL, Russ.
Dang.
Don't do that.
So this is interesting timing, given that Russell Wilson just got sacked. Justin Fields right now 9 for 9, sitting with a perfect passer rating in this game.
I was just looking that up.
Ouch.
But
Wow,
Russ is
only the Broncos can
Yeah.
can fucking turn the worst quarterback into the best.
9 for 9, 139 yards. He's averaging 15.4.
right. I mean, I guess that's not 30, but you
Not
understand my
quite 30,
point,
but yeah,
right?
yeah.
No pressure on him whatsoever either
No.
back there. They got to get to him.
He does have a perfect
158.3
rating,
passer
wow.
rating right now. We're 5 minutes into the second quarter, but
Wow.
Listen, Russ is all right too. He's 8 and 9. See, he's averaging 6.7. See, this is and here's a flag, and that's on the Broncos. That's man, McFlinchy, false start.
You know, I made that up and nobody gave me credit for it.
I thought it was brilliant.
there was a question here in the chat asking if Justin Fields is outplaying Russell Wilson so far, but I think that's pretty obvious. Like I like not trying to downplay the question,
I mean,
but
I guess he is because he's pushing the ball down the field and he's got 2 touchdown passes. But this is the Bronco. Listen. I'm telling you. 2nd and 24.
Oh, just
See, this is what the Broncos coaches were coaching Russ to do.
right,
Like-
exactly. Push the ball down the field, Sean.
Yeah, but that's not what they want him to do.
I know it sucks, but Justin Fields pushing it down the field.
I got it. But the whole training camp was about giving Russ simpler choices and really dink and dunk. It really wasn't about pushing the ball down the field. And this is where the Broncos, you could make the argument they need more playmakers. Now it's 3rd and 16. Like, I mean, what do you do here, Nate? Watch, they'll throw short of the sticks, and
Yeah,
they'll
I know.
they'll come up 7 yards short, something
Yeah.
like that. Bring a little heat.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly
that'll do
what I
it.
said.
Yeah, that'll work.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, perfect. Is that Nate Atkins?
No, that's
Dude.
Samaje.
Did we call that one? We call that almost to the T. They're like 6 yards short of a first down.
Well, they didn't want to do that. They had guys run down the field, but they didn't give him a chance. Russell didn't throw it to him. He took the underneath route that was open instead of pressing it to one of these guys and let him go make a play. Although there weren't a lot of guys open. I mean, but at some point you have to you have to push it down the field.
Yeah, man. And now the Bears get the ball back.
And if they go in halftime up 21-7, then you have a problem.
You know, it's funny when you lose by 50. It feels like it's weird to say there's some game-changing moments. But Sean Payton talked this week about how poorly they managed the last 2-3 minutes of the first half,
Mhm.
where the game was, relatively close. But then they gave up 14 points in the last 3 minutes based off turnovers and just bad play at the end of the first half. And listen, I don't know. I mean, the Dolphins are probably going to win by 1 million, but they weren't going to win by 50. And here we are. We're kind of in the same spot right now. Like, you got to get a stop here, because if you don't, and then you got the ball with 3 minutes, that's where you could force some sort of turnover if you're the Bears. And all of a sudden, you're up by 28 points if the Broncos defense can't really stop it now.
Yep.
And this is where it's an avalanche. This is where things get poor. How's everybody doing over there in the chat there, Jesse? Everybody good? Wow, Fields, holy cow.
There's no questions, but people are not feeling good.
Well, tell me, what are some of the comments?
Broncos slow linebackers are killing them.
Jules out.
VJ playing soft zones.
Okay,
Fields
is
is-
he- hold on. Is that right? Are you seeing that?
Well, yeah, everything's yeah. It doesn't look like there's any man. If it was man coverage, you'd see more pressure on Justin Fields, and then bringing more folks, and they're not doing that. Justin Fields has been able to stand back there, completely unaffected by the rush and deal. You got to get to him.
Sean Greenwood, was all the money spent on the O-line worth it?
So far, no. Should have gone to Vegas with that money. Had a fun weekend.
Drew is saying GM's a problem. Such a poorly constructed team.
Yeah, well, it's hard to argue that right now.
But it's also hard to fault a GM who's had 3 head coaches in 3 years, all with 3 different visions about how to construct a football team.
And
So
don't forget this last offseason, it's more on Sean Payton than George Payton on this one, man. I mean, and don't forget what you gave up for Russell Wilson. Okay? And the fact you had to use a first-round pick for Sean Payton.
I was going to say, what about what you gave
Bradley
up for
Chubb.
Sean Payton?
yeah,
Well, you had to give up Bradley Chubb first-round pick for Sean Payton. That's what they did.
and a 2nd-round pick next year or something like that, right?
Is it really?
Was there?
There's more to
I
it.
think there was another pick, or maybe it was. I don't think it was just 1-for-1 there,
I'll tell you this,
or
man.
maybe not. I don't know.
You got to get a stop here, man. This
There's
is where you need a turnover. You need something.
There's a lot of talk about VJ in the chat right now.
Yeah,
as
I'll
well.
bring that up at halftime.
Justifiably so. Stick around.
I'll give you the skinny at halftime on that. It's not good.
Dang.
That's a tease right there.
Yeah.
All right, under center from the 15. See, they're just gonna, dude. This might be an 8-minute drive right here. That looked like a false start. Oh wow!
God.
Wow!
Oh no!
Is that to the house?
I wonder if VJ will get fired at halftime. Actually,
That is a 25-yard run. Get fired at halftime. Turner Yale doesn't make that play. That's a touchdown. That would have been.
Look at Drew Sanders. This guy's just getting absolutely just manhandled. You got to get off some blocks, guys.
That would have been an 85-yard touchdown if Turner Yale doesn't make that play.
See, this is where I can't necessarily all fault VJ for this, because
Right.
these guys are in the positions where they should be
Right.
able to make
I
plays.
gotcha.
He can't get them to get off blocks. Like, if they don't want to get off the block, I don't know.
Still under center.
Oh, flea flicker.
Flea flicker setting up the play action.
Oh no.
Not there.
Oh,
No way. Are you?
Oh,
Oh
that's
my
a
God,
catch.
what a catch.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a freaking catch.
I don't think that'll be in, but that was a dope.
No, I think he might have got it.
Got it. I think he
Yeah.
got it,
Yeah,
yeah.
at least one.
And they're gonna go up on the ball real quick
Oh,
to
they're
try
going
to.
fast. Oh, my
Equanimous
God.
St. Brown, brother of Amon-Ra St. Brown, maybe the most interestingly named brothers in the NFL history.
I'll think about it. You're asking me brother questions.
Equanimous.
Yeah, I
and
guess
Amon-Ra.
I guess that's more interesting than Rondé and Tiki Barber.
Actually, Champ and Boss. Yeah, that's a catch.
I remember when. Hey, was Boss? He was a linebacker. Was
He was.
on the team when you were
Yep.
on the team too?
Yep.
So you were there with Boss and Champ on the same team.
Sure was. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a catch. So, okay, now we're going to lose a timeout because they're challenging it. Well, that's a quick, because Chicago is smart. They rushed up to the line to run a quick play, forcing the Broncos for a challenge, which is probably going to cost them a timeout.
I got this somebody tweeting at me about this is from Caesar Soto. So are all close reviews going to go against us because of Sean Payton?
Yeah, that is a really incredible, good question. And if you were to read the piece by
Wickersham.
It was Wickersham's, right? That's exactly what he speculated. That's exactly what you speculated. And it's not like they have to be told that.
They just don't like him. You're a dick?
Correct.
Fine.
Like, he hates Goodell. Goodell probably hates, I don't know if he hates him, but Payton hates Goodell. He's just been very honest about it. And the referees work for Goodell in the NFL. They don't need to be told something.
Not only that, just like referees in general, like probably if there's an asshole coach on the other side, you're not going to get the calls.
No.
You're not. If you have a reputation of being a jerk and blaming everything on,
you're a baseball manager and you're yelling at the umpire left and right the whole game. You think your batter's going to get like a break on a close pitch?
Absolutely not.
So if it's close, if it could, I think that's a great point for whoever tweeted that to you. I think if there's a choice and it could go either way, I think you got a tough coach to be your coach on that one. You know, it's remarkable too. Greg Penner is joining this like inner circle about new ownership rules with Roger Goodell. It's like a circle of like an advisory sort of thing. And so weird spot for Penner because he's a brand new owner. You know, he's trying to schmooze up to the boss a little bit or whatever Goodell is. Then you got a coach that, you know, can't stand your coach and the coach can't stand him. It's a good question.
Lots of talking here about PS2 as well.
What about him?
What about him though?
Overrated. He needs to be traded.
Well, that's two different things.
Is it?
That's two different things. But
a lot of times, guys, like if a whole team's playing poorly, everyone's going to play poorly.
Mm-hmm.
And so to point the finger at one guy who's you know, who's your first round pick, who's making a lot of money or whatever it is, say, you suck, we got to get rid of you. Well, everyone sucks right now. Well, so is it really PS2's fault when the whole defense is playing bad that he's looking bad? He can't do it all himself.
One of the comments in here is saying, while his value is still high, move him and get the assets.
Well, that's the different thing. And that's where I'm coming from. And I would have done it last year. And that's why I wrote a column about it. Play action, boot roll. This is Denver Broncos.
Oh my goodness.
This is you guys. That is 2005, 2006 Denver Broncos right there.
Yeah.
That's like
what
is Jake Plummer
what was
to
the
whoever.
last even like contested pass?
Yeah, the Broncos have a big problem. These guys are running free. Look at that. That is not what it's supposed to look like.
That is Plummer to Nate Jackson right there in 2006 right there.
And if he would have throttled down a little bit, he would have had more open field. See, when a tight end, when you have that kind of open space in front of you and it's zone, you want to throttle down a little bit so you can catch that ball and have room to turn up the sideline. But you're not supposed to be that wide open in the NFL.
And now they just run it.
And now
you can tell the Broncos are tired. You can tell. You can tell the defense is tired.
This is ugly. By the way, this Bears team hasn't won in a calendar year. They've lost 13 straight games. I think that's the only time in the history of their organization. This is really bad.
Thank you, Nate. Thank you for breaking it down for us, Nate Jackson, football player. Connor, would you agree?
Wholeheartedly.
Connor, what's your favorite lift?
Oh, there you go.
Lift? I mean, I'm a sucker for. Here, hold on.
Okay, there you go.
I'm a
PI.
There you go. Yeah.
He's probably getting fined again.
I'm a sucker for bench, which is so like typical.
You like barbell or dumbbells or what? Both?
Barbell.
Yeah.
I try and like work my way.
That is
up.
PI.
Yeah, I try and work my way up, starting from 90, 140 plus bar, 195 through 225 in increments of 5 sets of starting at 12, dropping by 2 with increased weight.
So how many
sets?
sets? 5 sets?
2
12,
sets,
10, 8, 6,
like 2
4?
sets at 195, 2 sets at 205, 2 sets at 215.
So you do 10 sets of bench when you do bench?
I do like 8 or 10, depending on how I'm feeling. Yeah.
Boot roll.
This is a touchdown.
Oh, it's gonna run right in.
Why would he?
Oh, it doesn't have to.
Oh.
Oh my god, that's a great play.
Dang it, dude. That's
Yeah,
Komet.
the second one.
Second touchdown. Wow, has Fields
It's
missed a
Komet's
pass?
coming out party. Oh, there's a flag. Excessive celebration.
Dude. Wow, Fields, guys. Fields is
That's the problem.
Fields is 11 of 11 for a bucket. He has a perfect quarterback rating still.
Well, this is the D.
Wait, hold on. I don't have the stats on this. This is gonna be.
Well, it looked like an after the play situation. I don't
Let's
know.
see. Touchdown. So, oh, there's no foul.
It was an eligible player
It's like
downfield.
a
is what
false
they're looking
flag.
Senior Watson
Hey,
in the
Senior.
chat wants to know, how long is it going to take to rebuild this?
at. Yes.
It takes 3 years to do a complete rebuild if you do it the right way. That's just what it takes, because you got to get the quarterback, and once you get the quarterback, you start the clock from there. This is Justin Fields' 3rd year, so this is the Bears rebuild. What's happening right now, and Justin Fields today with that pass, guys, is 12 of 12 for 185, 15.4 per. A perfect quarterback rating. Like, Justin Fields is literally right now having a perfect game. So the lousiest quarterback in the world, right? The guy who's a stinky quarterback, just a running back. Everybody hates Justin Fields. Like, thank God we got Pat Surtain, is literally having a perfect game against the Denver Broncos.
Woohoo.
Okay, so I guess it's good we have Pat Surtain. Yeah, thank God. Thank God we have Patrick Surtain over Justin Fields because he is so terrible. 12 of 12, 185, 15.4, 3 touchdowns, 158.3. And the Broncos defense is just wilting right now. And I'll tell you what I found out last night at halftime about VJ. This probably is it for VJ, I would say. Unfortunately. I like VJ.
Yep.
But this is, you can't do this. You can't do this. And I don't think this game is over because there's still the Chicago Bears.
Yep.
Okay. There's still the Bears. But
what's going to be said at halftime? Like, what's going to happen?
To who? From who?
From the coaches.
I don't know. I don't listen.
There needs to be a speech.
What do you say at this point though? So you're going to be down by at least 2 scores going into the half, probably.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Well, you're going to get the ball back, and then the Broncos are going to get the ball back now. So theoretically, they can move the ball down the field, score a touchdown if they manage the clock right, leave no time left on the clock, get the ball back, go down and score, and it's tied up 21-21. So that's what you got to be.
That's
thinking.
a lot of really perfect stuff for this Broncos team to execute.
Right, and one step at a time. So they got to execute this touchdown drive at the end of the first half. But I would say, shoot, man, with guys running that free defensively, I don't know what's going on.
Right. So you guys talked earlier this week that it's not time to tank yet. There's a lot of Caleb Williams.
So when you say tank, it's as if they're trying to. They don't have to do anything. All they have to do is they're doing it.
Well, but I mean, I'm talking about that.
What else could they do worse than what they're doing right now?
Trade Pat Surtain, trade Jerry
Judy.
Jeudy.
Yeah. Well, but that doesn't happen in the NFL traditionally until right before the trade deadline, which is after. It's a good time for the Broncos. It's after week 8 where they have a bye week. So it actually timing wise. But if you don't beat the Bears here, you start 0-4.
Because I guess to your point, D-Mac, this looks like they're trying to be this bad. That's how.
No, they're
that's
not.
How
that's
bad.
That's what's, dude. That's what's sad. I swear to God, they're not trying.
Right. No, I know.
All right, so don't catch this ball, right? You're saying don't catch it. Don't catch it.
No, now you got to take.
Some chances. You got to take some chances.
Well, you're down by 2 scores to the Bears.
All right. Well, he didn't do it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Russell. Believe it.
Wow. Justin Fields having a perfect game.
Well, okay. So here's hopefully a little silver lining, right? The Broncos have been good in the first half, bad in the second. Maybe the script is going to flip.
No, it's
this
not.
Week.
Unlikely. Let me tell you something. Props to the CU Buffaloes because they were down big to USC and they had heart, man. Those guys had heart to make that comeback. And they just came up. If they got the ball back, I think they would have tied that game up. Then you could be maybe. What the hell? All right. I mean, okay. You could be critical that they were a little too slow. Did you watch? Did you end up watching a little bit? CU?
Yeah, I did. Bit? Well, I saw the beginning and then I took my son to Paw Patrol.
How was Paw Patrol?
It was all right.
Yeah, I know. It's like all the stupid kid movies.
It was all right. Do you want to know the plot and everything?
Who was the mom dead or the dad dead in Paw Patrol?
Dead.
There's always some sort of family terribleness that happens. There's Bambi's.
There was one
Dory and
Sky the it was like Sky's origin story. The puppy who became part of the Paw Patrol. She was kind of abandoned.
There you go. It is.
She was kind of left out in a weird house and not fed, and then she hitched a ride with Ryder, who was like their leader, and Ryder. No. This if you know anything about Paw Patrol, you know this part already.
Spoiler alert.
They saved the world, man. They saved the world yesterday.
See, here's what they're going to try to do here. They are going to try to score, and they will get the ball to start the second half. So this is where, oh my God. All right. Okay.
Get Nate Atkins with 3 catches in the first half.
Oh, my Lord.
That's right.
So
Nate's great.
What they want to do is they want to score here. So they're not in a rush. They definitely don't need to be in a rush.
What you don't want to do is have to punt, go 3 and out, punt it, and then have Chicago have 3 minutes on the clock to go down and do this again. What you want to do is get your defense into halftime without having them step back on the field and figure out what the fuck is going wrong. And Sean Payton's got to deliver a passionate speech. Okay.
Look. Timeout. Who's that on? Oh, Broncos. Broncos can't even figure out the plays, dude. They're calling a timeout with 4:18. That is the second just flat out confused. And wait, that's their last timeout because they didn't win the challenge.
Yeah.
So they had a confusion timeout. They had the lost challenge, and now they've had another confusion timeout. Holy cow.
Situationally,
The situation is
Sean Payton's a little rusty relative to timeout usage.
oh my God, that is ridiculous right there.
So this is why I don't think it's all a VJ issue. You got offensive
no.
issues, got
No,
special
clearly.
teams mistakes, you got defensive problems. This is a big picture
And then
issue.
you have the bigger issue, like I was talking about CU. They have heart. Do the Broncos have heart? Do they care? Do they
of course
care?
they care because this is their jobs and their livelihood on the line, man. This is their
Ah,
dream.
We know how some people go through their jobs.
This is the dream, bro.
They don't know where they're to line up. They're having problems getting
No,
this
they're
set.
not. You have to
They are.
Stop it.
That was a disaster. That was a
Jaleel.
timeout. That's a play after a timeout.
On 2nd and 8.
That is a play after a freaking timeout. They were confused how to line up, and they got a yard.
All right, Sean.
All
3rd and 7.
I don't.
Look, Russell.
Hey, if I'm the Bears, you can. Well, that'd be tempting for the Bears to actually use a timeout right
No,
there.
they have plenty of time.
Yeah, they do. This again, you can't. 3rd and 7, man. You can't have a turnover. This will be another short, dumpy
Oh.
pass.
Were they even
And the
ready?
gun.
They weren't ready. They weren't set. Go. This is bad
Is that
look.
going to be a false start on the
Yeah, it was. They
Broncos?
weren't set, dude.
Holy cow. Oh, my God.
You want to sub back in?
It's up to you, man.
Yeah,
No,
you
you're
can
good.
take the
You're
spotlight.
good.
I'm not
Connor,
contributing.
Connor. Mom, I think Mom's watching.
She is. She texted me earlier.
Yeah, don't let me.
I'm not the star of the show here
Mom's
though.
watching. You want to say something to Mom?
What's up, Mom?
Hi, Mom.
Hope the cats are doing well back home.
Oh, there's puke all over the living room today. I pretended I didn't see it. That's
No,
the
you pretended
classic-
it was the Cats.
That's 3rd and 12, Russ.
There you go, Russ. Uh-oh. No!
Oh, he's gonna get a flag. He's gonna get a first
No,
down.
he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not. Because he did it late. And he should have just went for the first down. So now what do? You punt.
No, he's going for it.
Yeah, and then he's gonna miss it, and then it's a short field. This is a dangerous. This is a dangerous play right here. No, I want.
Oh, they are punting.
They have to
They
punt
are
it.
punting. They are.
But that's. It's just like you're always coming up short, man. You know,
Wow. So the Bears are gonna have plenty of time.
or they'll have a fake. They'll fake it right here, because
You gotta do something. Well,
what's his face? The punter is a very athletic guy.
Riley Dixon from Syracuse.
He was a quarterback, but they punted it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Whatever. All right, so the Bears are going to get
That
the
is
ball
unfortunate, man.
with 2.5 minutes to go. They score here, the game's over. If you go into halftime up three touchdowns, I mean the game's over.
You give up 70, 35, 30. How much should we give?
Dude, they're
35 or something. What
well.
was it?
Let's see what they do here.
Oh, it's 35.
I think it's 35, 33. Yeah.
35
and like 50.
VJ is
VJ should just do a Antonio Brown from last year. Just take his shirt off and just leave the stadium during the game. Like, I'm out. Good luck. Dang, dude. A team in as much disarray as the Bears were the last couple weeks have started off. He's 12 of 12 for 185 yards
He's
and
having a
3
great day.
touchdowns
That's
in
a
the
nice
first
play, too.
half. Justin Fields. Wow.
Oh, false start on the Bears. All right. They're still the Bears, though. They could the way they have lost games in the past 2 seasons is unreal. And they have definitely snatched defeat from the jaws of victory more than once. So this game isn't over. The Bears be barren often.
Baron McKee, man.
There you go. All right, so you got a penalty. That's all right. Are people freaking out over there, Jesse? Probably.
Yeah, no worse than.
Just typical. Plenty of
Uh-oh.
time.
Oh my
Wow, how could
gosh.
he so open?
Again, this is no Justin Simmons, is what it is.
Wow.
He just took it.
Wow.
Uh,
Wow. Turner Yell, man. This is missing Justin Simmons big time.
Look, they just bid on everything.
man.
man. Bink. That's a good.
Who's supposed to pick that up?
Well, yeah.
Why he's having a great day.
Ow. Yeah, that is a safety's play to make. Jeez. 2-minute warning.
DJ Moore, 5 catches, 98 yards with the touchdown on 5 targets. Yeah, because Fields has not missed a pass.
Wow.
That's bonkers.
All right, D-Mac, let me lob a couple of these at you.
All right, go ahead.
I've got to laugh at this one just a little bit. It says, Broncos trading good players for draft picks is a bad idea. All they need is to add D-line, edge, guards, and speed at linebacker.
Oh, really?
Like, that's it.
That's it, huh?
So-
All I need to do is grow 7 more inches and I can dunk.
Right.
So, great
No-
solution.
No problem.
Yeah, besides that, everything. Besides that, how is the play, Mrs. Lincoln? Besides that.
This game is already over. Another touchdown brought to you by Vance Joseph coming in. PS Trash jumped the play on the wrong player. This comment just says, "Thank God hockey starts soon."
Right answer.
Yeah.
Hey, throw a hockey question at Connor. See how he does there, Jesse.
What, have you been watching preseason?
Preseason, I haven't been watching a ton.
Yeah,
No.
no, I mean, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Ryan Johansson, what do you think?
He's just not like a typical player the Avs
Yeah.
go after. He's a slower build.
Breaks the mold a bit.
Yeah, I was talking to my dad about this the other day. He's kind of like an Ovi build. He's really good in one spot, and he's a skill player. But in terms of like up and down the ice and across the ice, he's not as fast, which obviously is like the Avs' entire mold.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. He'll definitely start out on the second line, but I would not be surprised if later down the season he goes to third pair.
You think he'll slide down? See,
He might. Yeah.
we were just talking about this the other day, and I said,
I
"Gosh,
don't know who would move up, though.
I said if he doesn't work out at 2C," and your dad was like, "What do they do if he doesn't work out at 2C?" And I was like, "I know that's part of the problem."
I mean, that was our issue last year too, though.
So it would be Wood, Ben Myers, or
Ross Colton.
Colton?
probably Colton.
See, but I think Johansson's gonna have a good year. I
do too.
I see, because I think you're right, and I think he's playing with better playmakers and
Mhm.
better, goal scorers and stuff like that. I think he's gonna make a killing on the power play in the bumper spot, and I think they're gonna tell him park in front of the net.
He's a good sub for Landeskog
Yes,
in that
yeah.
case.
He's
So,
Landeskog light,
Right.
light,
Yes.
but Landeskog light. Yeah, for sure. I'm
All
with
right,
you.
we're back from the 2-minute warning. That's another completion. So Fields remains
Ouch.
perfect.
So
By the way, Tua was perfect through the first 3 quarters last week
That
as well.
is-
He was 22 of 22 at
You're
one point.
right.
I do have to point out
You're right.
Brady's not in here right now, but he was telling us before this started, I can't decide if I want to start Fields or Tua in fantasy.
Wow.
And we were like, you start Tua, obviously. And now Justin
Well,
Fields
I'm
is
going
having
to
an
look at
all-time
Tua's.
week.
Well, hold on though. Let me look at Tua's numbers because they're
Not
got a great
not as
game.
good though, because
No, it's not.
A-Chain has 2
Oh,
touchdowns.
oh, here we
going
go.
around. There we
Sack.
go.
good.
Who's that? Nick Benito? No,
Cooper, Jonathan Cooper.
Jonathan Cooper
Tua right now is 12 of 15 for $139.
hanging with
No
Mr.
touchdowns
Cooper.
though. So Fields has 3 touchdown passes. So we screwed.
Attaboy.
Yeah, sorry. Bad advice. All right, 2nd and 16. Nice to get that sack. Bears still have all 3 timeouts. Wow. See, okay, good.
All right.
Short
So the
pass,
Broncos are going to get
completion
it
zone.
back with a chance to do some damage.
You got to get a stop here, right? This is a. I mean, come on, man. It's 3rd and 14.
Yep.
Come on, you got to get a stop here. At halftime, I'll tell you. We'll break down the first half, and I'll tell you the inside poop I got last night about VJ.
Yeah.
But you can imagine, actually.
Have people given up on him there?
I'll bring it up at halftime. I'll let you know.
So what is it? Tell me now.
No date. Really? Little screen. Oh, come on.
There you go.
I think you got to go for it if you're the Bears, right? Call timeout and go for it.
Why?
4th and 4.
You're gonna let it tick all the way down, call a timeout, and then punt it is what they're gonna do.
This is okay. You're right, obviously. You know what?
No, just throw a deep ball.
They
Just
could.
call a timeout with like 5 seconds left.
I was thinking that you could actually. That's
have
a
nothing
pretty
to
fair
lose.
point.
What they don't want to do is leave any time on the clock.
Right.
There's going to be 5 seconds left when they snap the ball.
Yeah.
There won't be any time.
Yeah, you're right.
I got a question here.
Hold
Donovan's-
on 1 second.
Oh,
Hold on 1 second.
oh.
Hold on 1 second. They're trying to draw him, but you're right. They could just call a timeout and throw it deep. Oh, they
No,
jumped.
they got
They
it.
got
They
him
got
to
him.
jump.
Unbelievable.
Oh my gosh.
Unfreaking believable. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Who jumped? Who was that?
It could have been an offensive guy.
Oh, they call it
lucky.
Chicago. All right, would you punt it here or throw a Hail Mary?
It's gonna do a 10-second runoff. Is it?
No, I don't
On a
think
dead ball
so.
foul?
I don't think
They
so.
are on
I don't think
offense.
so.
They might run it off. It might be over.
All right, I think the Broncos, listen, they dodged a bullet here. The Bears had plenty of time to get a score. It looks like the Broncos are going to hold them without a field goal or touchdown. So that's
Who's it on?
good. Is it on the center?
No, it's on
Oh,
that.
that's on
dude.
the Broncos. What is that? That's
Frick.
on
Who's that? 99. Elijah
Harris.
Garcia.
No, oh, is it Garcia?
I don't know. Okay.
This is.
4th and 10.
Oh, they
have to call a timeout.
They had to
to-
call a timeout or it was a runoff. So you're right. So they just used one of their timeouts.
So
Question.
they want it. They want the 6 seconds on the clock. Why?
Because they're going to throw a Hail
The
Mary.
Hail Mary.
They're gonna throw a
Okay.
Hail Mary. Work for the Broncos.
Yeah, that's true.
Dang, they're gonna risk.
This
Fields.
might be but this might be Fields' first incompletion.
I was gonna say they're gonna risk.
here
a
it comes. First
perfect,
incompletion. Boy, he's got a strong arm. Holy cow.
Ooh,
All right, there you go. End of the first
Woo!
half.
there
they
goes a
dodged
perfect
bullet.
game, right?
There it goes. His only incompletion is a
Hey guys, hey, something to feel good about at the end of the half there. We caused the first incompletion, guys.
wow.
Something to
Okay.
build on.
So before you start on the halftime, full story breakdown, all that.
Yeah.
Question here. Sorry, where'd it go? Donovan Sanchez. Will we see a switch from zone to man, or is this just a case of blown assignments?
Mr. Football.
Okay, so if so you thought they were gonna run the ball a lot and they haven't, right?
No.
So maybe they
Barely.
they will switch to man. I don't know. I feel like they've been so worried about their run that they've been biting on all the play action stuff, and that's why everything's been open. And so I don't know if going to man coverage is gonna fix that. I think it's more of an awareness and a keying on your cues as to whether it's a run or a pass. But they have to get after Justin Fields, and so they need to put more pressure on him. In that regard, you would go man and commit more guys to rush in the pass or something. Yeah, might as well, right?
Yeah, again, there's the only it wasn't a turnover. The only flub was the special teams moment of the Broncos there. In terms of their defense, the Broncos defense, listen, they just got to stop there. I give them credit for that. That would have been a backbreaker right there had they given up points there. They didn't. Okay. So it's 21-7. But again, what we're seeing here, and I guess we can just go into halftime stuff now. So what you see here is the Broncos being fine at the beginning of the game and then just not being able to figure things out, which is so frustrating. Thank you for joining us. If you're just plopping in right now, it's 21-7 Bears at halftime. Justin Fields has one incomplete pass, and that was a Hail Mary. The guy really has had a perfect. So that's another weird quarterback stat. Like, I don't think Hail Mary should count against your stats. I don't know. Landmark Lincoln, located on South Broadway. They've been a fixture in Denver for a long, long time. Thank you, Landmark Lincoln, for sponsoring us. We appreciate it. They've got everything you need over there, parts and Lincoln vehicles and whatever you want. Thank you, Landmark Lincoln. All right, Nate. It's my son Connor is chilling with us, which is awesome. We got Jesse over there with Brady and Mark. Chad.
Judging by your son Connor's physique, I could tell that you used to be that guy. Like,
yeah,
it's good to see your. No, I'm serious, man.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible if I lift weights for 6 years straight without taking many days off.
Have you ever lifted weights?
I hate lifting weights, but
Right.
I have poorly.
Mhm.
I suck at it. I do have my bike over there, buddy. I got, I'm on the bike.
No, I'm
The lower half is strong. The
Yep.
upper half is a disaster. All right, Nate, just give it to us. What do you think first half so far?
Yeah, so you have an opportunity to go on the road and finally get a win to start your season. Not to start your season, but the Broncos 0-3 facing a Bears team that is really bad, has lost 13 straight, was in disarray. You know, you remember their defense coordinator. His house was raided by the FBI.
Oh, yeah, that's
okay.
right.
And in addition to that, there's been some tension between Justin Fields and the offensive coordinator, public tension, airing your concerns in the media. They've been through a lot. The fact that they're treating this as their get right game and they're up 21-7 at halftime, you can't feel good about that as a Denver Bronco. I'm just wondering, like, why are they playing so poorly? What is going on there? Like you said, they did start off pretty good on offense, had a nice drive to begin the game. We were praising the offense, but then, it just shows you how one play can derail your momentum. And that special teams blunder that put them down on the 2-yard line. Now, it would have been nice if they could pick up a first down. They weren't able to. And after that moment, the floodgates open for the Bears. And so they have to find a way to put a stop to that momentum. They need a big play. Maybe it's a special teams big play to start the second half. A nice return would be good. A big play to start off. They have to go down the field and score on this opening drive in the second half.
I'll tell you what I heard from my birdies. Couple things. First thing I heard was after the Dolphins game, and listen, many people heard it, so I don't know if it's even that big of a secret. Sean Payton was just livid. I mean, just like really, really angry. And, then he settled down and talked to the media and all that sort of stuff. So
what do you mean? Like, how did that manifest?
Like
yelling?
Just yelling and screaming. Yeah. Like yelling, like as if it was like some sort of like personal insult to him rather than, he's part of everything else going on.
Like, you guys are making me look bad.
Yeah. That's what I was told at least. And then
interesting.
Then VJ doesn't have a lot of friends in that building right now. And the one thing that's happened with Sean Payton is that people just talk to anybody, man. People are on eggshells around that building. Okay. That is just what he's done. That's the mood and part of that is him trying to reverse the culture and being more accountable and changing a lot of things and this isn't even a secret because he talked to Jarrett Bell before the season started about what he thought a clown show everything was and how everybody was like a dog and pony show with Nathaniel Hackett, not just on the field, Nate, but like, we're watching a replay of the Bears and Komet.
But by the way, Russell's 12 of 13.
I know. We'll go through Russell here in a second. Anyways, the story with VJ is I do believe he was almost fired last week. I do. I think it was really close. I think it wasn't without thought. I think the ownership of the Broncos probably rightfully was like, wait a second, hold on. Are we doing this thing together or not? And we'll see where this goes here today. But I think VJ was almost canned. And I think,
why was he hired then?
That's a really good question.
What's going on?
Well, don't forget how long it took to hire him.
Yeah.
Hiring a defensive coordinator for the Broncos took forever.
Well, Sean Payton had the famous quote. You remember, slow to hire, quick to fire.
That's right.
So is that coming? Is that coming? Is
Well,
someone going to get fired?
So let me throw this at you. For the last two first halves against the Broncos, Justin Fields and Tua, 32 for 33 for 437 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Wow.
And
these are both
two first halves.
These are both road games. These are both East Coast headed road games.
Yep.
I don't know if they changed their schedule, their practice schedule, but these are also morning games. Yep. So your internal clock is different. When we used to go play an East Coast game in the morning, Mike Shanahan would have us on Friday practice at that same time that we'd be playing on Sunday. So we'd move everything up to get our body clock acclimated. So do you wonder, are these guys groggy? Are they tired? Sean Payton, part of that Seth Wickersham article on ESPN, Sean Payton's a night owl. He pushes meetings back and everything back in the morning because the guy can't go to sleep at night. So how's that working when you go to the East Coast and you got to wake up even earlier and get your team going even earlier? Are they a little groggy?
That seems like such a ridiculous excuse. That's
not excuse, man. A reason.
Okay. I'm
wondering.
Looking at some of the numbers here. So the Bears have 265 total yards. The Broncos 120. yards per play, 9.1 to 5.2, 221 passing yards to 79. So is Justin Fields outplaying Russell Wilson? I mean, yeah, because they're just calling more plays down the field. The Broncos are just not dialing up a lot of aggressive plays right now because on the surface, Russ is kind of, it feels a lot like the first game. He's 12 of 13.
But he's also not asked to be, he's not being asked to do anything special.
Right.
It's just like, bing, boom, boom,
right.
Bing. You would be probably 11 of 13 right now if you were under center. Do you
He was averaging 6.8. Don't forget in the first game, he averaged like 5.9, 5.7 per pass.
6.8 is not great either.
No, it's not. They're averaging 4.6 on the ground, but the Broncos have only run the ball 9 times. And
what do they have? 3 possessions?
How many possessions did they have?
3 or 4, maybe.
Well, let's go through it. Touchdown, special teams mistake, punt.
This is 3.
They only had 3 possessions. Holy cow!
Maybe 4.
Dude, that is crazy. Hold on, let me see.
Probably what 21 plays. I mean, if what Russell's
Touchdown,
11 to 12,
punt. No, they've had four possessions.
But Russell's 11 to 12, and you said 9 rushes. That means they've had 19 plays.
Yeah,
19 plays in the first half.
Well, it's 12 of 13. 12 of 13, 9 rushes, 22
Okay, so
plays.
22 plays.
Yeah.
That's still very, very low. Very low. Typically, you have 60 to 70 plays in a game.
Right.
So, again,
4 possessions, 22 plays, and not being very aggressive. And penalties are hurting them a little bit too. But the Bears have more penalties than the Broncos. Bears have 4, Broncos have 3. Time of possessions equal, nothing there. Rushing attempts is exactly the same for the Broncos and the Bears. 9 to 10, 4.6, 4.4, identical. Both teams connected in the red zone when they got there. And the Broncos they've sacked Field twice. Russ took 1 sack. But then again, there's just nothing happening for the Broncos creatively, Date. There's just nothing interesting there. So how much would you put this on VJ for he Justin Fields, who was beleaguered and everybody thinks is so terrible, is clearly having the best game of his career right now. This has got to be, Jesse, this got to be the best first half of Justin Fields' professional career. He's missed 1 pass and has 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, this is
no turnovers.
This is a bad omen for VJ when your defense doesn't respond to what happened last week. Because everyone has a bad game. That was like one of the worst possible games to have. But how is your team going to respond? Are your players going to know that, look, our defense coordinator is under fire right now. If we don't respond, his ass might get fired. We have to come out with an incredible game, and they've come out like this. So to me, that's a bad sign as to how they're responding to their coach being under pressure.
All right, so who is talking to who? Take us into the locker room there at halftime. Like, what is happening?
So you run into the locker room for halftime, and the offense is on one side, the defense is on the other side. You got a couple chalkboards or whiteboards or whatever, and the offensive coaches are putting up some plays on that side, and the defensive coaches maybe putting up a couple plays over there, and all the guys are going to the bathroom, grabbing a quick Gatorade or whatever. So when you first go in the locker room, about 5 minutes, you're doing your own thing. And then you come back together with your coaches at the end. But when there's a game going on, the head coach is going to want to say something to everyone, probably. So there's a moment where it's like, hey, bring it up. We gotta do the thing or whatever he's saying, and a large message. But for the most part, it's more of a technical conversation than it is an inspirational one. However, when you're getting your butt kicked by the worst team in the NFL, 21-7, then it's also an inspirational moment, I would imagine, unless everyone's just kind of giving up.
That's it. This is the test here. Do they give up or do they rally? And this is where,
but this is also Russell, man, because this is what you brought Russell Wilson here, right?
That's right.
This is why you traded all that stuff for him and gave him this contract come out of the gate. Hold on, and lead your team down the field and score a touchdown in a moment like this. Russell has to take control here because your defense is playing this poorly. He's got to go to the offense and say, guess what? We have to score a touchdown on every possession. Our defense is struggling right now. We got to lift them up. And also, he's going to go down and talk to the defensive players. We got you guys. Come on, you're better than that. I know we can do this. Let's go. We're going to take control here and put 7 points on the board. And if it's 21-14, it's a manageable game.
Okay. All right. See, that's why I love Nate.
This is trending by a mile to be the best game of his career.
By a mile.
By a wide margin. He also had 3 touchdown passes coming into this game this season.
Oh,
right.
my God.
He's got 3 today. So he's doubled his touchdown passes in the first half. But The best game of his career, he went 20 for 25 in a loss last year against the Green Bay Packers.
What was the score of that game? Do you know?
28-19.
Here's the funny thing, too. Here's what VJ, I guarantee you, said all week to the defense. We want to turn Justin Fields into a pocket passer.
Right.
We want to make him one-dimensional. Don't let him beat us with his legs. We want him to throw it. He's doing that, and he's kicking your ass doing that.
Yeah.
Well, you must love the offense the Bears are running because it's like the Broncos, and right when you play with the Broncos, it's you know, we're boot rolls, we're hitting our tight ends.
Yeah.
Like this, Nate Jackson would be a star for the Bears.
Yeah, man.
So yeah,
This is your kind of game.
20 for 25 for 254 yards last year. QBR of 92.6 is his best game.
Oh, he just set a team record with 16
Yep.
straight completions.
I was going to say, yeah, 16 straight to start a game. I almost would be pissed if I was him going for that Hail Mary there to end the
That's
first
funny.
half.
But, you know, it doesn't actually impact his quarterback rating. He still has a perfect quarterback rating.
Really?
He also might not have known that he hadn't thrown an incompletion. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really think about it like that.
But he's clearly, listen, he's clearly, as they kick the ball off to the Broncos, thanks for watching halftime. Thanks for watching. We'll put a wrap on that. Landmark Lincoln, we appreciate it. So at halftime, Broncos are down. We continue with the live broadcast, and catch us in the post game as well, where we'll go through the game. We'll get more reaction and comments, and we'll do that as long as it makes sense with my son Connor McKee and Nate Jackson and Jesse off to the side. Brady and Mark are here too. So the Broncos start with the ball. Here we go. Second half.
Look at Sean Payton.
All right. So the Bears are up 21-7. And here we go. Second half, Broncos.
Jesus.
Blitz. Nice.
Beautiful.
Jerry
dropped it.
No way did he drop that.
Went right off his chest.
No way did he drop that.
Off his chest.
Are you kidding me?
You got to catch it with your hands, man.
Are you kidding me?
And the ref telling Russell, look, your guy was offsides. I could have thrown a flag on there. There was some formation or some illegal sort of movement there. These guys are pretty sloppy right now.
Wow. What a drop. I mean, listen. Look, he's grinning. He doesn't even. That was a crazy drop by Jerry Jeudy. You can't do that. That was actually a good play call. First drop pass this season.
What?
Really?
That's wild.
Okay.
Little draw play to Jaleel. Spark plug.
So Jaleel are we starting Jaleel over Javonte right here?
It could be situationally right there.
He looks good. Could we see Jaleel starting over Javonte? That's interesting.
I don't ever see him just being the full-time guy. It's going to be a 1-2 punch thing, man. Depending on who's 1 and who's 2. I don't think that really matters.
All right, 3rd and 2 for the Broncos in the gun.
Okay, this is a very huge play. And then you jump.
Oh, my Lord. Goodness gracious.
This is what Sean Payton was brought to avoid.
Gracious.
I don't know if you may have already said this. I apologize, but Javonte Williams questionable to return.
Okay, thank you, Jesse. Okay, well, that makes more sense. Do they know with what? Like what it is?
No, I haven't said yet. Just questionable.
All right.
Hip. Just came in.
Hip issue?
Hip questionable.
Oh God. That's not good. Yeah.
It is not.
All right, so now we go 3rd and 6 instead of 3rd and 1.
Come on, Russell. That's why they pay you the big bucks.
It.
Believe it. Oh, don't throw a flag. Throw the ball.
Oh my God. Huge play if they can get it. Oh, PI?
You got to fight for that, Jerry. Throw your hands up.
Wow.
Throw your hands up in the air. Throw your hands up in the air.
You gotta act a little bit there.
You have to, yeah. One of the things Gary Kubiak used to teach us or tell us is if there's nothing there and we throw you a ball deep, fight back for it. Throw your hands up, whatever it is, and you'll get that call. The refs want to call that. Jerry, go try to get it.
Oh wow, you're right. He gave up on it.
He didn't throw his hands up.
He kind of just wimped out on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
He kind of does that.
He kind of
He doesn't like collisions.
No.
And so he's kind of playing the wrong sport.
So that's it. So not that's it, but that was a minute 20-second drive, 3 and out.
Yeah.
And that's the whole decision to defer and get the ball in the second half. And that's the momentum you needed. So now you're back at the same issue you had at the end of the first half, where the Bears now can go up by 3 touchdowns. I don't know what the numbers are when you're down by 3 touchdowns, but I'm going to guess it's pretty dismal once you hit that point in terms of coming back.
Oh, yeah.
2 touchdowns. I mean, not great, but you can do something. I always thought that was the magic number in the NFL, Nate, like that 3 score, like anything beyond 16 points, 17 points, where you've got to possess the ball 3 times. To me, in an NFL game is practically impossible to overcome. It's just not like college football. College football is like, who cares what the score is? You never know with college football.
Unless you're the Broncos facing the Commanders a couple weeks ago, because they were up 21-3.
Right. Remember that when that game was like, this is an easy one.
Yeah.
We got this one done.
Well, they were dialing it in the first quarter. It was very impressive by the Broncos offense. Marvin Mims on those, that deep ball. And
you got some grays coming in. Would you ever go for some Just for Men every now?
It's I got a lot of grays coming in, man.
We got pizza? I'm good. Connie, you want some pizza?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sure.
Well, is that going to upset like the regimen, dude?
No.
You eat pizza? Are you kidding me? Look at what's your body fat,
Look
man?
at him. Is that
Are
crazy?
you good?
Dude, really? Seriously. It's ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Steroids really work, man.
Yeah. They don't drug test for business data analytics. Or whatever he does. He does something with that.
I read that the military is going to start doing random steroid testing now, and that's like a big thing because for years it's been sort of a low-key issue.
I'm sorry,
with
what?
some of the special forces. Yeah,
Really?
Marines and Army.
Why do they care?
Because there's probably causes some issues, like some mental issues, some I don't know, some focus issues, like roid rage is a thing.
Is that bad for a SEAL?
For someone with a gun, maybe.
Question here.
Really?
I think I know what you guys are going to say, but wondering at all, Donovan Sanchez, wondering, there's no way Sean Payton gets the axe this year.
No.
Although,
No.
I mean, no, he's the guy, right?
Okay, look at this real quick. So he's trying to get them going. Look at the offensive line. Oh my God. They are so down.
Yeah. Dang. It's depressing.
So they are down. All right, so wow, the Broncos are up on the line. They want to stop the run. Okay,
or they want to get to Justin Fields
one way or the other. But see, this is going to set up the play action again,
and the guys got to make some plays.
And
man.
we don't have
ultimately the defense you call is not going to make the play for you. You know what I mean? It'll put you in a position, but guys have to do something special and step outside of the system.
Even on that play, the VJ, he's trying to get him going. He's doing he probably is doing his best.
Yeah, of course he's doing his best. It's not good enough.
Hey, Jesse, come on back.
Oh,
basic run play, super effective just to grind it out. 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2.
Okay, this is a big play. They got to get the
is.
ball back.
Yep, you're right.
Oh, there we go. Out. Javonte Williams
out. Hip out. Wow. They actually signed a new running back. I think it was just for special teams purposes, but they signed a receiver and a running back off the practice squad.
Okay.
But
they got Samaje P. Ryan in there. He's very capable. So
yeah. That's a long 2, huh?
Yeah.
It's like more like 2.5.
Yeah, I was gonna say two and
pass.
Oh my gosh.
Of course, that's what he does. He completes every pass. I mean, let's take away the Hail Mary. Let's just take away the Hail Mary.
Yeah.
He's completed every single pass in this entire game.
His career high for a game is 291.
Oh, he
was at 250 or something like that.
He may get it
before
on this drive.
Yeah,
he may.
Man.
Yeah, he's got
the Broncos are the get right game. No matter who they play, if the team they're playing is struggling, they look at this game as an ability to get right, and that's a bad place for our franchise to be in, guys.
Well, there's just there doesn't seem. I mean, you guys were just talking.
There it is.
There you go. 3rd sack. Oh wow!
Gosh, he got out.
Are they gonna? No, they got to calm him down on that.
They just showed Sean Payton going down the sideline there, and we talked about it the other day. Like, there's no fire on the sidelines. Like, there's nobody.
It's possible that his players are not vibing with him.
Mm-hmm,
and I don't know. I don't
That's
know
a nice.
why.
That's a nice play by Benito. Oh, Fields, little.
What happened?
He got taken down by Zach Allen and Benito. He's got just a little
Limp.
little something.
Well, he's known to get injured.
Little something right there.
It's blood in the water.
Who's their backup?
Jarrett Stidham. Oh,
No.
the Bears back.
Yeah, the Bears. Bears.
Oh, I don't even know.
Rex Grossman. I don't know.
Going back a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah,
Doug
that's right.
Flutie. Go back through Jim McMahon.
Jim McMahon was a student in my father's 8th grade history class
Really?
in San Jose, California.
That
That's
is
pretty crazy.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Komet's having a good day,
It
obviously.
sure is.
We'll be in San Jose for abs here in just a couple weeks. Do you have like a restaurant or anything that's like you gotta go here?
No,
Not
it's
really.
San Jose.
Yeah,
San
yeah,
Jose,
yeah.
man.
I've been to San Jose once for a
It's
hockey
not a bad
tournament.
place. It's just like families and
Pretty,
like
yeah.
suburban sprawl.
Wow, that is a ridiculous pickup. You got to see this pass again, man. This is Fields slinging it sidearm.
Looking like Patrick
That was
Mahomes, eh?
3rd and 9.
By the way, do you know Taylor Swift went out to dinner with Brittany Mahomes and a couple of her famous actress friends?
No way.
Oh my God.
Taylor Swift asked Brittany Mahomes out for dinner, and the paparazzi was there and everything.
I
Dang.
can't believe Brittany wanted to do that.
That's got to be a
I'm
pretty
shocked.
sweet text if you're Brittany Mahomes. You got
Yeah.
to get that text.
Yeah, I
That's got to
know.
be pretty
By the
tight.
way,
Taylor just texted
Real
me.
quick, did you see Buffalo is beating Miami 31-14 at the half?
Yeah.
All right, so that was a ridiculous 3rd down pickup. Fields is still not thrown an incomplete pass.
Oh,
Other than the
Oh.
Hail Mary.
Yeah.
you got to miss.
Oh, you got to tackle.
Dang it,
Oh my
dude.
gosh.
Oh my Lord.
See those open? Like, is that VJ's fault that the guy misses the
No.
open
Right,
field
right,
tackle?
right,
Like,
right.
what's going on?
Well, I always bring stuff back to abs. Jared Bednar talks about that. Coach, we can only get you so prepared.
Yeah.
The players got to go out and execute.
Right.
Yes.
And again, there is that goes hand in hand. But to your point, Nate, like
Holding.
that right
Yeah.
there is like
Yeah.
that's not on VJ. You got to execute. You got to make the play.
Yeah. The Broncos caught a break there to get a penalty on the Bears. Oh, that was a stupid penalty. Is that what it was picked up on right there? Oh, that was dumb. So that penalty was like, that was so far downfield.
You might have.
That's a dumb penalty. So Broncos catch a break. That's a break. First and 10, though. So it's 1st and 10?
Yeah, because they were beyond the.
Oh, because the
sticks.
penalty happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it really doesn't hurt.
Oh, wow. That was a nice play by
screen.
Mr. Fields there.
That is really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, when we had a chance to draft that guy.
They're not even trying. You're right. They're not even trying to run. Totally wrong on this. They're just letting Fields throw all day. Why not?
It looks like the Broncos thought what you thought, though.
Yes. The Broncos are doing. Yes, they planned a defense exactly what I thought, and the Bears are.
And then the Bears thought what I thought, which
Yeah.
was that they're
Yeah.
going to try to stop
Correct.
the run. So
Yeah.
let's
Correct.
just throw it.
Yeah.
Correct. So I'm as dumb as the Broncos defense. I guess that's
And I'm
me.
as smart as the Bears.
You're
Is
as
that-
smart as the Bears.
So I think that's not a compliment.
Hey, Nate, you're smarter than the average bear.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, ho, hey, ho.
I am going to take a chance since I'm sitting here to give some love to our guy Mark in there.
Mark,
he
we love Mark.
pulled all this together.
Oh my
The
God.
setup in here is great today.
Yeah, this
Thank
is
you,
amazing.
Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
So just giving some love to him because
Yeah.
he's
How
been
do
the
you say
brains
thank
behind
you in
all of this. I don't know.
Nostrovia. That's Vidania, Mark.
Yeah, no, this all came out great. So big shout out to Mark for getting all this pulled together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man.
They're just beating up.
See,
on the
this is
Broncos now.
a drive that really kills you because it's
Yep.
taking up a lot of time.
Yep.
And they're going to get points on it either
Physical,
way, it
too.
looks like.
And then the Broncos are going to be forced to.
What's
run
the
quick.
possession count at? How many times have they even? Is it 4?
Broncos had 4-5.
They've had
so
5.
this is the 6th possession for the Bears because there's been Broncos had 5th, but it was a 3 and out to
Yeah,
start the half.
right.
A lot of weird stuff going on in the NFL today. So the Dolphins are losing. Houston's up
Whoa.
16-0 at halftime on the Steelers. The Steelers aren't great, but Washington's up over Philly. I mean, there's still a lot of like shaking out of who the teams are going to be. These first 4 or 5 games, you don't really know.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Good play. All right. Good. Broncos get a good stop there. Makes it a long third down. They're definitely in field goal range. So, but again, this drive is taking forever. So the Broncos had a 3 and out. So think about this for a second. I think there was like 13:30 or something when the Bears got the ball. So this is we're going on a 7+ minute drive here, one way or the other.
Well, so was it? I mean, I think it was both technically, but last year, the season before,
Gotta stop him here. Hold on real quick.
Sidearm.
Man, you just
jeez
can't
Louise,
do
dude, just
that.
gouging him.
His guys are making nice catches for
Yeah,
him as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
They are.
They're not catching it with their body.
Wow.
They're catching it with their hands.
Yeah, man. That is a killer. 3rd and long, and you pick that up.
I remember there being a lot of conversation about because the Broncos, again, it was last season or the season before. Defense was playing lights out every game, but they were getting tired. They were getting worn down. And a lot of the conversation was they're on the field for 10 minutes, then they get off for 3.
Yep.
And it feels like it's the it's the same thing, but they're not getting any stops and they're out there forever.
Yep.
Oh my God.
They are
The
looking
Bears,
tired.
They're exhausted.
Just
You know,
getting
That's just
pushed.
right up the middle.
It's
the
the
ball.
same thing, but instead of like, in years past where the defense is holding the other team off the scoreboard, they're not. So you're ending up with this. They're out there forever and they're giving up points.
Yeah. I said 30-24 Bears. We are the 24 is looking rocky for the Broncos. The 30 is looking look at VJ, man.
That-
And
that-
Sean
that-
Payton's like, oh man.
That looks
that's
like a
not
dude
good.
that's coaching for his life right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not good. They're gonna have to fire VJ after this. That sucks, bro.
That's so wild, man.
That's
And then when the defense continues to suck,
right,
whose
right,
fault is it
right.
now?
Right. It's gonna go.
Who's gonna be the replacement?
Well, because so here is my
Rex Ryan?
the Broncos have so many issues and like, oh geez, I mean, look at this.
Oh man,
They're not even on the same page. Like they have so many issues that when you talk about like, oh well, they need to get, we were laughing at that comment earlier. They need to add this and add this. There's so many issues top to bottom that I don't even know where to
Are we about
start.
to see Quebec get his 3rd touchdown reception right here?
Maybe.
Or Fields runs in. Which one?
Fields runs in.
Play actions looking for
Oh.
Komet. They
What?
did a good
Oh.
job. Fields.
He's got him.
Jeez,
No way.
Not
Louise.
Komet, but it's a
They were
touchdown.
looking for him. Wow.
That's an outstanding
Khalil
play in the
Herbert.
backfield. Holy
This
smokes.
is wild, man.
Damn.
They are just having a good time up there in the press
Holy
box, aren't they?
cow. They were trying to do that play action boot roll to Komet. They were trying. Wasn't there. There was pressure. Fields just as an athlete. The Broncos actually had this sniffed out pretty good.
Yeah.
They had that sniffed out good. They just couldn't get him.
He's a great athlete back there.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Mhm.
they make
The
plays.
Broncos made good defense right there. Who are they showing in the stands there? Who's that?
That's the GM.
Oh, okay. Well, he's got to be happy.
Yeah.
Wow, boys. Crazy, huh?
But this could also be the turning point where Russell Wilson team,
Come
they
on.
figured
He
it out.
takes
man. They
over.
figured it out.
Wow. Yeah, bring
Do it.
pizza.
Do it.
No. Grab some pizza. All right, so Fields is what'd you say, Jesse? His record was 291?
291.
All right, so he's the only incomplete pass he has. The only incomplete pass he has is the Hail Mary. That's it. 4 touchdown passes. He's been sacked 3 times, but it hasn't made a difference because they haven't got off the field when he's been sacked. He's 285 yards, so he'll get easily.
Yeah.
So he's having the best game of his career.
Yeah.
Well, he's having best game of his career. I mean, we are talking about some all-time numbers here, maybe, period.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I was going to say there's still a lot of
Holy
game left, but
cow.
there's not. There's one more quarter here. Like, yeah. No. You're good. I was just going to ask you because I know you. Did you see that we did that video with all the other Avs media folks?
Yeah. That was
I
funny.
was just wondering if you saw it because I
thought
know
it
you
was
know all
funny.
them.
I wish I was there.
I know.
I
I was
know. I
was
knew
thinking about
everybody.
you.
You did it without me. You guys took a group picture without me last year too.
I had nothing to do with that. I hated
Yeah,
that
yeah.
picture because I looked
yeah.
as short as I
Yeah.
am.
You
I
did
didn't-
a video. You did a video about all the media, and I was there, and you did a group picture without me too. So I'm 0 for 2, even though I go to every damn thing, including the game tonight.
There's been like 3 things that you haven't been at for the last year, and we've done.
G-Mac's not here. Let's take that
yeah,
picture.
we've
Right,
done
let's-
stuff at 2 of them. Yeah.
Let's get it done.
Finally, D-Mac's not here. Let's do that thing we
finally. Yeah, we've been talking about that for
right.
months, and he didn't show up finally. So you said he's at what 286? You said or 285?
285.
So he's 6 yards shy of the best game he's ever had from purely a yards
Well,
perspective.
right. And from a quarterback rating perspective,
Oh, dude, it's
155.7, slightly below perfect. Slightly.
is what he's at right now.
4 touchdowns, no interceptions, 285 yards. The only missed pass, he really is 23 of 23. He's 23 of 23. DJ Moore, 7 catches for $117. Cole Kmet, 5 catches for 66 yards, including 2 touchdowns. They having, 17 rushing attempts. So they are picking up the rushing a little bit here. Now they could just hammer away. Yeah. And the Broncos haven't turned the ball over. So what you're getting here is actually really remarkable, because generally when you're being thrashed like this, you've made mistakes. The only mistake the Broncos have seriously made was the bad kickoff.
Their offense has sucked. Let's not sugarcoat this.
No, you're right.
For the offense, they put up 7 points.
Oh, Russell Wilson 5.9 per. So yeah, you gotta.
I do want to say,
you gotta do stuff now. You gotta try.
They were just kind of showing that reel there. Nate, you made a point a minute ago. As good as Justin Fields has been, there's been some outstanding catches today.
Yeah.
On the Bears side.
Yeah.
Like again, he's been good. I'm not trying to take anything away from what he's done. He's played a very good game, but there's been 3 or 4 like big plays that were off of.
Yeah. And when's the last time you saw a Broncos receiver make a really nice catch?
Right.
Is anybody making any improbable catches?
No.
You got to make some plays for.
Yeah, I guess I'm surprised that's the first drop they've had all year.
Yeah.
For
But
Judy.
Judy's got to catch that, man. You can't drop that.
Especially right out of the halftime, like
you.
Well, that's.
Why
whatever.
stutter? Jeez, Louise.
Flag. Hold. What do you think? Hold on Bulls. Oh,
rubbing the passer.
The passer. Okay. Well, there you go. That's a tough way to get the ball down the field. Oof. Oh, wow. He
dived into his face.
He did. Whoa. Wow. All right, Russ. You know what, man? I like Russ. I'm not down on Russ. Russ is it's just not there for him anymore. He's just not the athlete he once was. When you see Fields do what he did in Mahomes, it's just not in Russ's wheelhouse right now. But he's not like.
There you go, Jaleel.
There you go. Oh, nice.
Dude, that's the guy right there.
Hey, Connor, come back over here, brother. Come. No, let me get Connor over here. Yeah. My guy, this is my son, Connor. Brady, I'm not trying to throw you out. I just want to talk to Connor. So, Connor, seriously, I know you're not the hugest football fan in the world, but what do you think here?
No, not good.
No. From a more casual perspective, what do you think?
It's difficult to find positives, even small positives, and that's something I think, again, you guys follow much more than I do, but that's something I think the Broncos have been missing for a while. So just I would try and think about it as in try and string together 3 plays. That's the goal every single drive. It's just 3 consecutive positive plays.
That's a good idea.
Take it from there.
Well, they've got a possibility here, man. Here we go. They're in the red zone. All right. I mean, this would be a good answer. They can figure this out. Got to get a touchdown, though. You can't settle for a field goal. Wow. Come on, man. False start. They're just not.
We got to clean up the pre-snap penalties. That's why the worst coaching job in the history.
I'm gonna give you your chance, man. It's
situationally players relative to pre-snap penalties. Come on, Sean.
McFlinchy. That's his second one. That's McFlinchy's second one there,
McFlinchy,
bro.
Man.
He's a big time free agent, man. Is he the highest paid right tackle in the league? He might be. He's up there.
Come on, y'all. There it is.
Okay, nice little slant. That's a nice play. Well, Jaleel McLaughlin's having a freaking awesome day.
He's the only guy doing anything right now.
Damn.
He's the only offensive player actually playing right now.
And if you're tuning in just recently, Javonte Williams has a hip issue. and is out for the game. Jaleel McLaughlin's playing great. Catching the ball, running the ball.
Russell's 15 of, what is it, 15 to 16 or 15 to 18? I don't know. I couldn't see that.
He's
but
okay. It's just all real short stuff.
a lot of that's the play calling, though.
Yep, I totally agree. There you
Come
go.
on,
Get that
Samaje.
first down. Just short.
So DMAC, you just said there's a comment in here. McLaughlin is the lone bright spot. Do you guys have a bright spot in this game at all, or is this?
I'd say McLaughlin right now.
Yeah.
Listen, the Bears. I know this sounds crazy, but the Bears have figured out ways to lose wild games this year. But it is absolutely freaking critical the Broncos score a touchdown here. They got to score a touchdown here.
Will they? 3rd and 1. Yeah, they will.
I'd do a play action boot roll with Russ right here. Oh, push.
Oh.
All right, I think they. Oh boy. I think they got it.
Then they're gonna go for it and do it again.
It's just like that play. Fine. Did they get it? Oh my God, it's gonna be close. They're gonna have to. Oh no,
that
looks like
they
they got it. They got it.
dude.
They got it by a mile. Why are they even doing this? They're bringing in the. That's stupid. What else is going on over there, Jess?
I got a text from a friend asked me how was the pizza. Super good.
How was the
Pizza was
pizza?
good. Pizza was good. Yeah.
We got a plug for the pizza? Do we want to?
Cosmos, man. Cosmos Pizza hits the spot
Cosmos.
every time.
You know, when I have a Cosmos Pizza, I like to have it at Landmark Lincoln.
That's right.
Located on South Broadway. They've been around before the horse and buggy. So go to Landmark Lincoln, a fixture in Denver. Thank you, Landmark Lincoln.
LandmarkLincoln.com.
I want to say thanks to my guys at Trek Bicycle Boulder. They shot us out some cool stuff.
Yeah,
and,
what's up? What's up, D-Man?
I'll share it.
I used to have,
I got to get you on a bike, man.
dude, I had when I lived near the beach in LA, I had a Trek beach cruiser I
Like
got
a single speed.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Here we go. First and goal.
There it
There
is.
There you go. Nice job.
Brandon Johnson.
Question here:
Good job.
Marvin Mims, is he just
You
not
just MIA,
playing, or
man.
is he
He's healthy. He just hasn't been used.
not in?
Hey, good.
0 targets.
Listen, good job by Russ. Good job by the Broncos right there. That's a nice drive. That's a nice comeback right there. So that's a positive for sure.
Brandon Johnson, fun fact, caught Russell Wilson's 300th career touchdown pass last year. And nobody cared. Nobody knew about it
That's
because it was
fun
just
facts.
such a bad
That is-
season.
He also caught the Hail Mary that didn't
Yeah.
end up panning
He's a
out.
good player. I like him. I like him a lot.
Do you know who his dad is?
Yeah, Mr. Johnson.
Charles Johnson used to play baseball for the Rockies.
That's right. That's right.
And the Marlins and a few other teams.
I thought you were going to say CJ from the Charles Johnson, the quarterback.
There's a lot of guys named Charles Johnson.
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
You know, there's probably a few Nathaniel Jacksons out there too. You've got one of those.
I'm
names.
Nathan Jackson, not Nathaniel. Okay.
Sorry,
You know,
my bad.
there's kind of like a spiritual
bad,
difference
my bad.
between Nathans and Nathaniels.
Okay, what is the essence?
It's hard
of
to
that?
pin it down with words. You
Can
just
you
kind of know
tell?
it. Okay, Nathaniel Hackett was a Nathaniel.
Gotcha.
I'm a Nathan.
Right.
Nathaniels are sort of silly. I guess I can be silly. I can be silly too, but
But
yeah, Nathan McKinnon, exactly. Yeah, he's not a Nathaniel.
yeah, but he's like McKinnon's like he does have a sense of humor though, but it's like a very biting, you know. He does have a sense of humor. That's right. It's kind of like that. He's more clever, smart, definitely not goofy. There's nothing goofy about a Nathan McKinnon. All right, so the Broncos get a touchdown there, so it's 28-14. All right. I mean, we got 1 quarter to go, basically.
You could have scored 2 touchdowns in a quarter.
Yep, there's 14 seconds left in the third, so
What they can't allow are the Bears to move the
Yeah.
ball 30, 40 yards and then have to punt. It has
Right.
to be a 3-and-out type of situation. Maybe one first down, but they can't let him eat up the clock.
and like CU and USC, good time here for a turnover.
Yeah.
It was a big deal, and you know, Caleb Williams looked great overall, but it was a late interception
Yep.
that kind of kept CU alive. So
Steve Osborne onside kick.
No. The onside kicks, they'll be ready for it, first of all, right
Yeah,
now.
nobody's going to be fooled by that ever again.
Yeah, and I don't know. I wouldn't do it.
The problem with that onside kick, there's a lot of problems with that onside kick to start the season. Like, you give that away for the rest of the year. Like, nobody will be surprised at all the rest of the year. You don't have that anymore. So, you know.
Yeah, every time the special teams unit's going out, they're going, hey, onside kick, guys. Be aware of that. So
you know,
the stadium went nuts.
The problem I had with it is it was a very aggressive move, but then the rest of the game they weren't aggressive. Like, you know, sort of pick a lane one way or the other, and they just didn't. Just look at where they're lined up. Like, you can't do onside kick there. There's no way. So
they're seeing the ball
right.
off the tee. So I played the front line of that kickoff return, and that's the instructions that we're given.
Okay.
See the ball off the tee before you turn and run.
Right.
And a lot of guys get lazy and bail out early.
Right.
But this was the first play of the year. How do you know that they're going to be lazy? You know,
they said they saw it on tape.
Yeah, where? Preseason tape? Like,
yes.
Obviously you move guys around a lot. You don't know if that's going to be the starting lineup, the one you saw in preseason.
Well, if they see it on tape and they see it lined up,
the guy, I don't know. I didn't like it. To me, you earn that by being good at your kickoff coverage and then having these guys want to bail out early because they're afraid of these guys covering.
Oh, my God. Nice.
Okay. All right.
There you go. Oh, flag. That can't be on the Broncos. That's the first. Well, it won't count if it's on the Broncos. That incompletion won't count.
Says it's in the secondary.
Holding.
Defense.
Wow. So that does not count as an incompletion.
Jeez.
And that's on Surtain. Okay, was that on DJ Moore too? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's clear. It's not even close. He's chasing the game right a little bit. You got a good argument right there, right on that play. You got a little argument. Wow, that's your best defensive player making that mistake right there. That's a tough one. So he still doesn't have an incompletion aside from the Hail Mary.
There we go.
So that'll take care of the third quarter. The Bears are up 28-14 on the Broncos. The Broncos do respond, which is good. 2 scores in the fourth quarter. All right. I mean, you know, that's tough, not impossible.
Well, when you got Russell Wilson, anything's possible.
Well, listen, man, I know you're joking about that.
I'm not.
But look at the value of Russell Wilson. Shouldn't he be that guy?
He always has been in his career prior to getting here. He was like the fourth quarter, you know, comeback man in Seattle.
Right.
He was 17-4 against the 49ers when he was in Seattle. Think about that. That's a good team. He owned them. This guy knows how to win in the fourth quarter. I just want to bring that back out of him. It's almost like that's been beaten out of him. And so I want him to rediscover that winner because he's the guy who has the experience of winning in that locker room.
Right.
He's the guy who should be leading these moments.
All right, what's on the line here? Fourth quarter, dude. What's on the line?
I mean, big picture, little picture. What are we talking here? I mean, maybe Vance Joseph's job is on the line here.
Do you think that? Okay.
Maybe the season is on the line here, depending on what you think the season could be or might not be. I mean,
well, what do you think the season is right now?
In the balance here, hanging over the precipice.
Because making the playoffs is only 6 teams have started.
Very unlikely.
Very unlikely.
Stranger things have happened. But 0-4, then really like the morale sinks. And then you start talking about things you were talking about, trading your best assets and just really dismantling the team, which can work, but it can also backfire. Like taking the best players out of your locker room and shipping them out. Like, what do you have going forward, you know? So there's a lot on the line here. You're trying to build a winning culture.
Would you fire VJ after this game?
I probably wouldn't.
You would not?
No, because you're the fucking one who hired him. Like, a couple months ago. And
but
now
what if it was known you did hire him, but what if it's known that you weren't, you know,
totally sold on him?
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know, man. It's kind of seems like a mess. Why weren't you sold on the guy you hired? And who got in your ear and were like, yeah, hire the guy you don't want to hire? And why did you let that person tell you that? And why'd you do it?
It's a really good question.
You know, so I think that
why did they struggle so much to hire a DC in the first place?
Maybe they don't want to work for Sean Payton. You ever thought about that?
Sure.
I mean, Ejiro Evero didn't want to.
He didn't want to.
You know,
no, they wanted to keep Evero. That's for sure.
What's his face?
Evero went for a similar job. He just went for a parallel job.
Vic Fangio didn't want to work with Sean Payton.
Right.
So you know,
Right.
maybe it's the roster, maybe it's Sean Payton.
Wow, that's interesting.
I don't know.
All right, here we go. 2nd and 8 for the Bears. Start the fourth quarter. Fields is
Get him.
perfect on the day.
Get him.
And he just kind of all right.
All
So
right.
now it'll be
brings
like
up
Third
a
and
5. Big moment
on
for
it
the
again.
This is huge, actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
I spilled something on my. I need you. My sleeves are a little long here. Got to cut the sleeves.
What is that? Oh,
Quick,
he cut his sleeves off? Did he really cut his sleeves off?
That's why we're losing here. My sleeves cut 4 inches. 5.
That's a riot. He cut his sleeves off. Why did he cut his sleeves off?
Okay, now we got it. We're good.
It's getting caught up in his chalkboard when he holds it in
He
front
cut
of his face.
sleeves off. Blitz.
Get there.
They picked it up.
Yeah, finally.
Hey!
No flags? No flags?
Hey,
Ah,
there you go.
we got off
Right.
the field.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
First incompletion. The same thing happened last week. I don't know if you remember it, but like Tua's first incompletion, he threw it to Damari Mathis' side, and it was like he was like 22 of 22, and Damari Mathis got up wagging his finger like, no.
That's a huge play right there.
Huge.
All right, return here. Take it
And-
to the house, Marvin.
Well, that would be something. All right, the Broncos got life. They do have life. That is a huge stop. The Bears have figured a way to choke away games left and right.
There you go, Marvin. There
Come
you
on,
go.
Marvin.
There you go.
Good return.
Oh,
Good
That's why you
return.
return it,
Well,
D-Mac.
now you do.
No, you should have caught a fair
Now-
catch
no,
right
no,
there.
not-
Let him.
Dude, you're down. Now,
No
of course, you
flags.
have to take some chances.
So you only do it when you're down.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You're
Yes.
silly.
Yes,
You're so
yes,
silly,
yes.
D-Mac.
Yes. Now you got to take some chances. All right. Cosmos.
hey, will you grab me a Sprite?
Will you grab? You're asking Nate Jackson to just get you some drinks?
Yeah, man. Me and Nate are like this now.
Okay.
You know?
How's it going over there, Jess? What's are people all right? Are they feeling better? Are they feeling better over there?
It's a lot of talk of the sleeves. Sleeves are a big
All right.
topic
Well,
of
so what
conversation
happened
in
there?
the-
Maybe I missed the sleeve stuff.
No, everyone's like, why did he cut his sleeves off? That's a lot of what the conversation is right now.
Thanks, sir.
Because
if-
Wait. Why did he cut his sleeves off? Wait a second. What happened there?
Situationally, it was getting in the way.
So who cut the sleeves? Like the equipment guy?
I-
Like
They're the ones with the scissors.
like Harrington went over there with the
Yeah,
scissors and
yeah.
man, those are some big slices.
Huh?
That's a major pie. Look at that, buddy.
Size of my face.
That's right.
So after this, after when this is done, we'll do a post game sort of wrap up, and we'll take questions and comments. So we'll go for we'll see how it goes. When the game's over, and then I'm going to, because I'm going to make it a day, Connor. I don't know if my son Connor's here too. I was going to go over to the Rockies if you want to come over just for the last couple innings. Just if you want to do that, that'd be kind of cool. And just to see the Rockies end their season. That game, what time is it? That game, it's probably just starting right now, actually. That'd be cool. Maybe I'll call mom and she can meet us over there or something like that. But
And you will be riding high after the Broncos' comeback victory.
that'd be awesome. I'm not rooting against it. To say that like we're rooting for the Broncos to fail is ridiculous. I want the Broncos to win. I want the Broncos to win today. I want them to come back. You asked about a rebuild earlier. Rebuilds are brutal. Nobody really wants to go through a rebuild, because when you rebuild, you got to tear it down so much, and you're almost guaranteed to lose the first year of the rebuild anyways. Hi, Jesse. You doing all right?
I'm doing great.
You know who also is doing great? Landmark Lincoln.
Landmark Lincoln.
They are amazing. Thank you, Landmark Lincoln. All right, huge drive for the Broncos here. They need this. The season.
Yeah.
Will go.
This guy's
That's a face mask.
This guy's a baller.
What is it about him?
Fast, decisive, quick, good vision, good instincts. Wants it. That's a great hole, though.
That is a great hole. Did he get face? Oh no, just shoulder.
See, this really will. This will be a great test right here. You got 13 minutes to go. You're down by 2 scores. You're in the game. You got a big stop after you finally get into the end zone. Even if they don't come back and win, if they come back and make this a game and put up some fight here at the end, I think you feel all right about that.
You feel all right about loss?
No, Jesse.
I'm talking about from a. I mean, the season's already done. This game, D-Mac, you don't actually think this game matters whether they win or lose, right?
It's gargantually matters. It's
gargantually.
What does it matter?
They
They beat another 0-3 team. They're going to come out and get their heads kicked in next week. This game
they're
doesn't.
not going to get their heads kicked in. They're playing the Jets at home. They're not going to.
D-Mac, they're down by 2 scores to the Bears.
Yeah, I got it. But if there's no moral victories here. CU, USC.
Yeah, no shit.
CU, USC was a moral victory for sure. It's funny. Shedeur Sanders did not know what moral victory meant. Like he didn't know what the expression even was.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
My point is,
There it is.
There you go,
Jerry.
But then
He always jumps behind the line.
Just back. Like that's not a first down now. Oh,
Good.
Are they going to give it to him?
Nice catch by Jerry Jeudy, but you got to understand where the sticks are.
Yeah, it goes backwards.
His instinct is to like go backwards to try to get more yards. When one of the great things about Rod Smith as a receiver was his instinct was always right in getting upfield. I mean, he always knew how to get north and south. If you catch that ball and get north and south, you get an extra 6 or 7 yards instead of losing one.
They didn't, but they did a push right there. Oh, it's a flag. See, there you go. There you go, Judy. You got it. Well, let's hope it's on the Bears.
Jeez.
Nope, it's on the Broncos. Wow. So because Judy, Nate, doesn't do what? Doesn't plant and go upfield. 3rd and 1. Now it's 3rd and 6.
All you had to do is dive forward there.
So what is that? Why doesn't he get that?
He doesn't. I don't know. Because he always thinks like, well, some athletes think that like if I jump back and lose yardage, I'll eventually get to outrun everybody and gain yardage. But like this is the NFL. These guys are so fast. They're not going to let you do that.
I'll say that seems like a young player type mistake, and he's not
a
young player anymore.
No, you're right.
And my point with if they come back and they have the fire and they have the drive and they get close, you feel better about that than them just laying down like they did last week. But I mean, this season's over.
There you go. There you go.
Jerry,
protect
that ball.
See, then he makes a good play. All right.
There you go, Jerry.
Dude, he is a frustrating guy, man, because you can see the talent. You can see the talent. All right, this is huge, man. Look at Russ. Russ is playing really, really well right now. Really.
I mean, Chicago's secondary is absolutely depleted. They should be picking them apart right now.
Yeah, because now what they're doing, now they're going down the field. They should
have done this at the start.
Don't you think?
Yes, of course.
Don't you think?
I'm an advocate of doing that early. That softens them up and then actually makes underneath stuff work better.
Wow, this would be an epic collapse for the Bears if they blow this one, man. This would mean so much for the Broncos to come back and win this game.
Ugh.
That's throwaway. All right. That's fine. Okay. That's fine. But Russ last year would take a sack there because he was the most sacked quarterback in the league, 55 sacks last year. He would take a sack there last year.
In 15 games.
Yeah. That was an interesting pass rush. Jump up in the air. This is like a Lion King, Simba. Oh. Gakwe. All right, but that's a good move by Russ. That doesn't kill you. You're fine there. Listen, it's 2 scores. There's tons of time. You got timeouts. You're good.
We need a touchdown here, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, to your point, if the Bears lose this game, what a waste of a Justin Fields performance, eh?
That would be absurd. But,
it's Marvin Mims, baby. You got to make that play, that block.
Yeah.
You don't realize how important receivers blocking is to the success of a running game.
Right. That's why Ryan Edwards so good.
Yeah.
Wow, Miami getting blown out.
41-20 Buffalo over Miami right now.
But that's amazing, actually.
Wow.
NFL's fickle.
The Bills 11-2 against Miami.
Tennessee 27-3 over Cincinnati. What's going on with Cincinnati, man? They haven't looked good.
Yeah, that's
Joe Burrow is just looking like Joe shitty. Like, what rhymes with Burrow?
Yeah. I knew you'd get there.
You got to get it.
Little Jordan.
No!
Little Jordan.
There you go.
LJ Humphrey with a big play.
That's a big play right there.
Big Jordan.
You got it. Nice job. That was short of the sticks, and that was some nice effort right there.
Battled for it.
Look, by the way, little Jordan is not little. Little
No,
Jordan's
he's a big boy.
dude.
Good
Good
job,
effort.
buddy.
Yeah, that's good.
Crushing it.
Is little Jordan the same size as you when you were a tight end?
No, he's actually a little taller, but he's probably the same weight as I was. He's like a 215, 220-pound receiver. I mean,
Is that what you went?
yeah. It's about 6'4", 220.
Yeah.
So he's an ideal kind of special teams player as well, which
Yeah.
is why he's up, because he can do both.
All right, Sean, let's go. Come on now. Wow, I feel myself like really rooting for the Broncos right now.
Is that a strange feeling for you?
A little bit on this. I mean, listen, Justin Fields has had a day, right?
Wait,
Like,
this is the best of both worlds for you.
kind of, yeah.
Justin
Yeah.
will. He's already
Yes.
proven me right
Yep.
over here.
Yep.
So
Now Broncos win because it's on the Bears defense. It's got nothing to do with Fields. Nothing to do with them.
This is.
Russ is moving good.
Oh.
You know what?
Whoa.
Oh, that's a
Whoa,
sick
whoa.
catch, but he's way out of bounds. Is that Cortland?
Yeah.
You said
man.
30 to 24.
I said 30-24 Bears. Yeah. I'm looking pretty smart right about now, aren't I?
Mm.
He is way out of bounds. I actually don't know even what he was thinking there. Let's go. Come on. 2 down territory, Nate.
2 down territory?
You're
4
gonna
down
go
territory?
for it, yeah.
I would say so. Well, not if it's 4th and 9. That's a tough one. You might have to.
Yeah, so maybe just throw.
Bing.
Oh, nice
Oh.
play.
That looked like it even got
Okay.
tipped.
Okay.
Cortland Sutton.
A 1-score game, man. Good job, man.
Wow.
Props to Russ. Man.
Resilience.
Props to Russ. That was a great drive. Great hammer that throw.
That's a great throw.
Nice job by Court, too, to hang on to it. He's so big and physical, man.
Catch.
Oh, a little behind him, too. Nice catch.
That was a dart.
Nice play. Oh, we got a game here. We got it. Yeah. All right, here we go. Are you all getting a little bit more pumped up? Are we feeling better?
It was
Much better.
28-7, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Broncos.
28-7, and the Bears had the ball.
Yeah. Look at Russ.
Let's go.
Hell yeah, Russ.
There you go. Okay. And this is where the Bears have struggled, and this is where Justin Fields has
Pressure's turned up a bit here. How does he? How does he?
a lot because they have. This is exactly where the Bears have failed the past couple of years with Fields. They've been in positions where they've had the lead and they just couldn't cement it away. Now Fields is having a superior game, but the Broncos got him off the field that last possession, and here we go. So listen, man, this thing could have gone south quick. If they go up 35-7, the game is over.
Mm-hmm.
Even coming back from 28-7 is actually pretty remarkable at this
They got to
point.
win it. They just got to win it.
Yeah.
They have to win it.
So what can't they do here? They can't give up some ridiculous big play, right? They can't.
They got to get after Justin Fields and make it hard on him. Don't let him sit back there and just diagnose. Make him make a mistake. He's made a lot of mistakes in the past. A lot.
Yeah.
He's the most turnover prone player in the NFL last year. Like 15.9% of his snaps resulted in either a sack or a turnover last year, leading the league.
Do you see the game over there, Connor?
Yeah.
Oh, you can see it. Come sit down. Come sit down over here. Come sit down so I can talk to my son.
This is going to be a really silly blanket, obvious statement, but the Broncos have to find a way to win this game because they have spent 3 straight years finding ways to lose games in these exact type of situations. How many 1-score, 1-possession games have they lost that they just can't make the stop? They can't make the play on offense. Like, you have to find a way to grind out a win here because they've been on the wrong side of 1-possession games. It seems like every week for the last 5 years.
Yeah, I think there's a crazy stat, like 35 1-score losses in the last 6 years, leading the league. And that's the catch, man. How do you learn how to win? You win.
Yeah.
And how do you, if you don't know how to do it in these moments, how do you get over that hump? How do you turn the culture around and teach winning?
This is it.
You win. Find a way. So it's on Russell to me to inspire these guys, like he just did. Like he just did.
I'm with you.
And that's right. And he's the most experienced guy out there. All right, here he is. He's firing guys up. I like it. Let's go, Russ.
We're gonna look back after the Broncos dynasty, and this is the moment. This is the moment it turned.
Okay, listen. If we want to go real optimistic here, they make a massive comeback and win, which would be amazing. They beat the Jets, and that sets up a short week with the Chiefs.
And then you beat the Chiefs. You're 3-3,
dude.
And then you win the next 8 straight games,
dude. The Broncos were 2-3, down by like 3 touchdowns to the Chargers,
right?
And that's when Stokely had that great game, and the Broncos won, and they just didn't look back. That was in 2012. They won 10 straight after that. Play action.
Well, they're clearly not worried.
Oh man, so they're just going to give him the underneath stuff, huh?
Well, they got to get to Justin Fields. If they want to drop back and pass right now, they have to get to him. Load up the box. Come after him. Go, man.
Go, man.
Ton of time on that clock.
Boy, this is where you need the turnover, man. This is where.
Come on, VJ.
Like they'll go.
VJ's coaching for his life right now.
Yeah, it's looking better though for VJ, frankly, because the game's close.
Well, they are in man. And still they can't stop
so
it.
Is that on VJ?
No, it's not on VJ. What was he supposed to do right there? Go out there and make the tackle? Those guys are in position.
Right.
But now the question, it's like more of an existential question. When your guys aren't making the plays, is it your fault as a coach for not getting them ready?
Right.
I don't know. Like, do they not care enough?
But when you think of it here, every first down is like 2 minutes off the clock because there's only 8.5 to go. So every first down is like 2 minutes.
Yeah, this is big right here.
So this, if you just keep doing the math, the Bears, unless they do something stupid, will get this to 6 minutes no matter what. Fields has, gosh, I don't think he. That's a fun play.
Jeez,
wow.
Got some
what would you call that play?
It's a fly sweep.
Fly sweep. It's a nice slick play.
Whatever
right
you want to call it. Yeah.
Nah. Someone put rally sleeves.
Rally sleeves. We'll all be cutting off our sleeves. Oh, that's such a slick play right there. Cooper got caught on the edge too. That's a tough one though. That is
short of the first.
That's such a nice play though. Yeah, but that's what they want to do. They just want to
keep milking, keep the possession. Yeah.
Right, because now it's 2nd and 2, 3rd and 1, whatever. You can do so many things off 2nd and 2. It's ridiculous.
Tampa Bay up. How about Baker, huh?
Are they winning? Oh yeah,
17-6.
See this? They are just converting short yardage nades right up the middle every time.
I know.
So here we go. Now you first down, reset at 2 minutes.
Yep.
So now they've got the ball with 5 minutes to go in the game.
Yep.
You just keep going like that. This is what has happened to the Broncos too. Teams have just not. There were a lot of one-score games last year because teams just didn't have to score at the end of the games because the defense couldn't stop them.
Nate, let me ask you. Vance Joseph schemes, execution, all that. What is the Broncos personnel situation on defense in your opinion? Do they have? I mean, do they have the guys?
Oh, that's a fumble. That's a fumble. That's it. That's going to tie the game. Oh my God. It just happened.
Shit.
That just happened. Oh my God. It just happened.
Nick Bonito.
Oh my God.
Jonathan Cooper.
Oh my God.
I think they do have the personnel. I think they have the right guys in there.
Great timing.
Wow. That just happened. That is so Chicago Bears like. Wow, what a play. There's the turnover. That's what they needed.
Whoops.
Oh.
What a play.
Okay, was his arm going
No,
forward?
No, I don't
no,
think
man.
so.
Oh my God, that was Bonito and Cooper. The ball bounced the right way.
And so guess what's going to happen? So it's going to be tied up. The Bears are going to try to move the ball. They're going to do something stupid.
What a mistake.
They're going to have to punt. The Broncos are going to have a chance to drive and win this game with a field goal at the end. That's what's being set up right now.
Wow, what a freaking moment. There you go. That's what they needed.
By the way, Will Lutz looking pretty good the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
He seems like he's steadied out a little bit.
Oh my God, Fields is having such an amazing game. He makes that mistake.
Well, because Justin Fields sucks.
right. Well, hey, there's something to closing out a game, man.
There is.
Like you can
look at VJ. Just good job, VJ. What a play by Vance Joseph.
VJ's not getting fired tomorrow. Now he's not getting fired.
No
matter what.
Comeback coach of the year, man.
Wow. Holy cow, that just happened. Okay. How about it?
Well, so has this not? I mean, you even
Wow.
talked about this. Has this not been the entire Broncos season, first half and second half, or just completely different stories?
It's hard to peg what they've been because they've collapsed in the second half. They haven't had that. That was the biggest play they've had all year. They have not had a play like that.
Well, that
is huge.
They caught him on the play action. He turned the corner and he didn't see the rush coming.
I mean, Fields has had an outstanding day, but you cannot make that mistake. You can't do it. You're fine. Like we were talking about, they were moving the ball, so it's 2 minutes. So now it's down to 5 minutes. Now you just cannot make that mistake.
Yeah, it's just you can't mess up.
That is a horrible mistake, and that actually sadly is on Fields right there. Well, not sadly. I mean, that's good for the Broncos. That's awesome.
But for him as an individual
contributor, that's what they've done. They've played well, and then they have figured out how to lose games. And this would be, I mean, from a Bears perspective, losing this game is ridiculous, ridiculously bad. Because, well, I mean, what is Fields? I mean, statistically, he's freaking amazing. But that is a gargantuan mistake. Gargantuan mistake. Let's see. Yeah, he only has, because I'm throwing out the incompletion. So he has a record for yards, 4 touchdowns. He has been sacked 4 times. He's 24-26. He's got a quarterback rating of 153, but he gave up a fumble for a touchdown. I mean, you can't do it. You can't do it. Crazy mistake. And this game is tied. Wow.
That's why they play 60 minutes.
I know. Max. That's cool, man. That's cool. This is, oh man, now you got to kind of do it again here, don't you? You got to kind of, great play by Benito. Man, Benito's, you know what? You want to talk about good games? Benito's had a really good game too. The ball bounced the right way for Jonathan Cooper. That was a fortuitous bounce. And there you go. So here we go. 7 minutes ago.
You're in a tie game. Don't lose a 1 possession game. You came all the way back. Don't do it again. Don't find a way to give this away like it looks like the Bears are doing.
Great opportunity for the defense to kind of get the bad taste out of their mouths, right?
Yep.
You know what I mean? To have a stop right here.
That's huge.
Well, because the drive before, you got guys throwing their arms up, pointing at each other, looking, and that, I mean, you just saw the way that, the Benito celebrating as they're running down the field. They're like, they feel it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this, man. Nothing would have mattered if Russell Wilson didn't rally them the drive before. Actually, a couple drives. So props to Russ.
Believe it.
See, now this is where the Bears got to kind of stay in bounds. So,
no.
They're
going to let him get
penalty
flag down at the end there.
Oh, that's going to be on the Broncos though, too. Unless one of the Bears is diving or something.
Dang. Holding. Offense.
Oh, there you go. Is that going to be after the first down, though? Yeah, so it's still first down.
Mercedes Lewis. That guy's been playing for a long time. Oh, yeah, that's a hold.
Oh, wow.
That's at the end of the play.
The and this is what bad teams do. Yeah. This is what bad teams do. They do dumb things. They do dumb things to hurt themselves. Bears have a bunch of penalties today, too. Hold on. Let's see what they got.
It's been kind of a sloppy game all around.
Yeah, they got 6 penalties. Broncos have 7. So we do it all over again.
Ugh.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So we cannot have.
What's going on up the middle, Nate, with the
what you were, Jesse, with the question you were asking earlier, the interior line seems to be an issue here. And wasn't supposed to be, because you got DJ Jones, you got Zach Allen, and they've been getting pushed around the last couple of weeks, like bad.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if they have the right guys up front. Randy Gregory didn't even get the start today.
Yep.
Oh, is that? I didn't even catch that.
Nope. Didn't even start.
I did not even catch that.
It was Benito and Cooper. Yeah.
Whoa. So we got to look at snaps for Gregory.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Oh.
Ooh.
Wow.
They look jittery.
Bears going to bear.
They look jittery.
Bears going to bear.
Can't handle the lead.
Oh, look at this.
Big
Bears. That's a first down, too, if he catches that. That's there's Randy.
There's Randy.
He's in there. What's up, Randy?
Randy.
Run him on. Oh, you got to catch
Run.
that. This is where
That's not a great throw though.
okay.
It's a running back. Those guys don't have great
All
catch
right.
radius.
All right, I got you. I got
Put it
you.
on him.
He's a professional football player, though, right?
Yeah, but running backs can't catch, man.
But he's a professional football player.
Running backs can't catch.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
This is his first career 300-yard game.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So there it is. He went over.
Wow.
Yeah, but he made that's they jumped. False start. The Bears are terrible, man. This isn't even on Fields. I almost feel a little bad for Fields, man, because the rest of their team is so bad.
That stadium's got to be melting down.
Oh my God.
I'm good friends with like one of the biggest diehard just fans that I know, and he's a Bears fan.
Oh
I
my
can't even
God.
imagine what he's doing right now.
The Bears.
Yeah.
Listen, Fields definitely made a huge mistake. But look at the rest of their team, just like how they fold.
Now they're on 3rd and 10.
Well, I was gonna say he's made one mistake in this game.
He
and
made one mistake.
and
He
it's-
can't survive one mistake. This
and
is
it's gonna
huge.
cost them.
Nobody open.
Nobody open.
Look at VJ's defense. Just hold. Oh,
Is he gonna
Oh,
run
God.
for it?
he is.
Wow.
He's gonna get it
Wow.
too, and then some.
And then he stays in bounds.
Oh,
Wow. That's huge.
ouchie.
That's the intangible right there. And you know what? Look at this game. He really hasn't been a running back.
He's
not
not.
at all.
No.
So they've definitely changed what he used to be doing.
Oh.
That's just
Great coverage,
great-
but you
yeah.
gotta get to him. You gotta
You
get
gotta
to him.
get to him.
Dang.
That's a really good play by Fields. Good play by the D.
Oh, there.
There's Komet.
Oh.
That's
I'm
a-
excited.
Yeah. That was quite the highlight.
Oh.
And now Cooper's hurt.
I didn't know 0 was allowed in the NFL.
They can do everything now.
This
It's-
year it is
Really?
Yeah. You can have whatever number you want, basically, for most
You
positions.
can even,
I think.
you can even have punctuation or
Really?
your letter. No, I'm just-
I was like, what?
semicolon.
Yeah.
There's Smith umlaut. All
You
right,
said
five-
that convincingly enough. I was like, no shit.
Really?
five-
Well, doesn't like the Buffs players have their like hashtag?
practice-
Well, so,
practice
and so
jerseys.
that's why I
Okay.
like believed you, because I was like, well,
practice
the,
jerseys. Oh, man,
jeez
right up the
Louise,
middle
because the
again.
NBA did that for a season. You could have your handle on your social media handle on your nameplate.
Well, the old XFL back in the day, you might
Yeah.
be too young to remember this.
No,
but you
I,
could put anything on the back you wanted.
dude,
And
I
that
hate
one
me.
guy, yeah, he
He
hate
hate me.
me, became famous because he put he hate me on
He
the
hate
back.
me.
And they're like, why is it he hate me? He's like,
He hate me.
because he hate
He
me.
hate me.
He hate me. man.
He hate me. He hate me. He hate me.
I remember I had an XFL like football when that league first was getting fired. I was like, I need one of the XFL footballs, and they were huge.
Ooh, that is ugly.
Jeez Louise.
Uh-oh.
The interior.
Uh-oh. Field goal range.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
Oh,
That's
no.
an angry run right there. Kyle Brandt, look it up. Angry run. Yeah, yeah.
Kyle Brandt. Look at that.
Angry runs. That's a funny segment.
Do you like that? Do you watch Good Morning Football?
No, but I see clips.
Yeah.
They had a little inside A gap blitz, but they're put the wrong A gap.
The Spider-Man meme is perfect for these two teams out of the live chat. The pointing at each other,
Oh,
looking the
yeah.
exact same.
This is a hell of an entertaining game for two 0-4 teams. I know the NFL world is watching. Well, I don't know. Maybe they're watching this now. How are we doing on time? Is this game still fast? Pretty fast. Pretty quick, huh? All right, so there's 4 minutes to go. The Broncos just, yeah, look at Cooper yelling at Henningsen. I was starting to get him fired up. That's cool. Jonathan Cooper's a cool dude. His story out of Ohio State is nuts because he had heart issues and it pushed his draft stock way back. But he's a super. He went way lower in the draft because of his health issues coming out of college. But he's a legit dude. And Baron Browning, we'll see him eventually, I guess. It's the interior D line though, Nate. That's the problem today. The edge has actually been all right. They've sacked. The edge has been all right.
They've been all right. They didn't have a pressure on him in the first half. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, well, we got a second here. I just want to give some love to everyone who's hanging out today. We've had between 170 and up to 210, 215
Awesome.
people hanging out with us live
Love it.
this whole time. So
Thanks, guys.
And
Yeah.
it'll be posted, right? So people can catch up on it.
So you'll be able to
anytime.
come back and watch this whole thing after,
Okay.
jump to different parts.
And then we'll have a halftime show separate. and
Yep.
post game show
We
separate.
can cut that out. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. But no, people have been hanging out all day.
Oh, we love
So
it, man.
big
You
shout
know.
out to all of them.
No, it's been awesome. The support, the feedback we've had. It's been a cool week. You know?
Yeah, how's your last couple weeks been, D-Mac?
Well, it's rough. You know, it's a time of change and transition, but people have been just so incredibly kind, and we're very organically getting together with Guerilla Sports here, and we love Guerilla Sports, and you know, we're just sort of finding our mesh point,
Finding out
and hopefully we'll just keep it going. Frankly, I mean, I don't know why we wouldn't, but you know,
Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. Couldn't have said any better
I mean,
myself.
the facility down here. Connor, you like this facility? My son's here. My son came to something.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous. I'm not dragging him out to the suburbs. We're downtown.
Where do you live, Connor?
I live in Uptown.
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 That's
there it
the
is.
name of
There
it.
is.
Uptown.
Where? What are the streets?
Here, Connor, jump on.
I don't want to give too much about my personal living place away, but I live in Uptown. I like to
What's
say
the neighborhood like?
It's
called Uptown.
yeah,
it's called
yes,
Uptown.
a
Yeah,
neighborhood.
it's
Where
a
is
small
the general
area.
vicinity? I don't want to.
Yeah, no, Uptown is like, because I didn't realize it was there before I moved back here either. I like to refer it as the space between Lodo and Colfax or Cap Hill.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's north of Colfax.
It's like 4 blocks. It's not that.
Yeah, it's a
big.
relatively small
You
area.
know where Denver D-Bar is? You know where that is?
No.
No. Well, that's it. All right, here we go. They are, man. They're
They're in range. Yes, they are,
That's
and
a
they
nice
especially are now. He's going to go out of bounds. That helps him a little bit there.
That was a dumb play.
Broncos
by him.
still have 2 timeouts. What they gotta hope is they can just hold them to a field goal here, and then have
All right,
a minute and 30 seconds left.
let's
to
do
move
some
the ball.
predictions right here. Last 3 minutes. What happens, Connor? How does the game end?
I hate making predictions. This is why I don't bet on sports.
Win or lose for the Broncos? Simple.
I'll throw a wild card out there. I'll say
Tie?
we go to overtime.
Okay, Nate, I like it. Nate,
It's not looking good right now. I think they're gonna lose.
I think they're going to stop them here. The Bears are going to kick a field goal, and the Broncos will miss a field goal to lose by 3. Let's see if I'm right. Again, interior. Wow, they cannot stop them.
No, they stopped.
Oh, they got him there.
They're gonna
good.
kick it right now.
Now they got to kick
that
a
was a
field goal.
huge play.
Yeah,
Oh wait, Delaren Turner yell.
that is gargantuan right there. That's huge. Good tackle. That's some want-to right there. Good
Jonathan Cooper
job.
following it up there.
Yep.
After he was banged up a couple plays ago, you remember that, back on the field, making plays for his team.
Are they going for it?
Looks like it.
Wow.
Take some cojones.
Wow, they're going for it.
That means they don't trust their kicker or their
Right.
defense.
Did the Broncos use a timeout? The Broncos only have one timeout.
Yeah, they did
left.
use a timeout.
The Broncos called the timeout.
They did.
Why would the Broncos call a timeout?
Because
Right there?
situationally, there were some things we needed to discuss relative to the percentages and things going on.
We should thank our friends at Landmark Lincoln on South Broadway. Thank you, Landmark Lincoln. You guys are awesome.
Thanks, Landmark.
This is here we go. Wow. Here we go. 4th and 1.
All the marbles.
Let's go. You think they'll just try to draw them off, or do you think there's a real play here?
I think they're going to run a play. They're going for the win, man. They're
Wow,
trying
I
to-
cannot believe they're doing this. They're trying to draw them off. They're trying to draw them off. No, they're not. They're not snapping it. Once they call a timeout.
Okay. Wow.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Good job, defense. Way to hold your water.
Yep.
Where does that term come from anyway? Hold your water.
Hold your water. It's a Norwegian thing
Stop.
because when they used to fish for sparkle, which is a specific type of Norwegian fish, in order to have the fish fresh to market, they would have to carry them in a bucket to the fish stop. And so you would have to hold your water in the bucket to get the sparkle in the fish shop in Norway.
I like it, man.
Look
It
it
doesn't make any sense.
I have a feeling you just made that up on the spot. You did a
No.
pretty good
Sparkle,
job.
man.
Sparkle.
Everyone
Well,
knows about the sparkle
that's
in Norway.
the English translation. It's actually Sparklenfrug from Norway, but it's just
Got it.
no Sparklenfrug is the Norwegian pronunciation.
What is unique about the sparkling fugue?
They can live outside of water.
That's why you don't have to hold your water.
Yeah, it's actually kind
Oh,
of.
and if you jump off
They
sides,
are going for it. Wait, hold on. They are going for it.
they didn't get it.
They got stopped.
Stopped
Oh
them.
my God.
Wow.
Oh my God. Wow.
VJ.
Wow. What a play by the Denver Broncos.
What a play call by Vance Joseph.
Holy cow. That was a terrible call by the Bears.
That boy, VJ.
Yeah, there's
Those guys
GM.
are high-fiving each other
they're
before.
not so happy now.
Joey.
Wow, what a crazy
It
play.
hurt.
They go for it. They're in the gun and
Shotgun handoff. RPO.
Singleton. Wow, he just threw his
Look at that.
good job by Singleton filling the gap.
Look at that. Oh,
Great play. That is a great freaking play. Wow.
All right,
Good
Russell.
job. Oh, yeah. VJ's safe. VJ does not get fired.
those Bears fans are so mad.
No, VJ's fine.
And
VJ's fine.
Oh yeah.
Okay, can the Broncos, what do you need for a field goal? We need 60 yards. How about that? No, not 60. 30, close to 60.
He's gonna get it all in
Going
one
deep.
play.
Oh,
Wow.
yes!
Wow.
Go! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you
Marvin.
kidding me? That is awesome.
Look at that.
What's up, Blake? Blake coming in for the final 2 minutes. Our boy.
He got behind that
Look
guy.
at that. Wow, the rookie, man.
Didn't go deep all game.
Man, oh, man.
That a boy, Marvin Mims.
Okay. What a play. Oh, now the Broncos, they're in field goal territory. Another 10 yards would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yes. With Will Lutz.
Just hand it off. Good. I like it. It's fine. That's
Mhm.
fine. That's fine. Bears have 2 timeouts.
So this is tracking right now. It's a 38-yard field goal, which should be pretty darn easy.
Bears should call a timeout right there, actually.
No,
It's a 2-minute warning.
Yeah.
No, they should. But I know, but you would have got the 2-minute warning. You would have had.
Yeah, but it's tied. You're not behind.
You got to get the ball back if you're the Bears. You got to hope that you stop them and get the ball back.
No, you don't play for that when you're tied. You play for that when you're losing.
Bears are going to really.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's sort of kind of the typical approach to coaching timeouts
Okay.
at the end of the games.
But they're
Especially,
in field goal range right now. They're
I guess I see what you're saying. You could have stolen one on the other
That's
end
right.
of it.
right.
But at the same time, maybe they want to save it for when they do perhaps get the ball
I
back.
bet you don't. I bet they just called it their 2 timeouts right here. So whatever. I mean, it's I would just do it with more time. That's all. But whatever. The Broncos are going to have a chance to kick a field goal to win this game. Wow, crazy. God, this would be such a huge win for him, man. Man, the Bears are just so bad. Why are the Bears so bad? Why? How could they be out?
I think it's bad coaching.
It's got to be, man, because you can't put this on Fields, right?
No,
Why would the Bears just kick a field goal and take a 3-point lead?
they really blew that one.
Holy man. Yeah, I mean, so forget about the Hail Mary. If you throw that out, Fields is a stunning 25 of 27 for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. But he has been sacked 4 times and was pressured. The fumble was gargantuan. The Bears really were going down the field to cement the game, and the Fieldham scoop and score. Like, that is the ultimate play.
Yeah.
Ultimate play.
And for a defense that was under fire, for a defense that had a really bad first half, for a defense that had a horrible last game, for a defense that had a horrible second half of the game before that. So they played basically 8 quarters of football that were really, really bad. And their leader, Vance Joseph, was being raked over the coals. People calling for him to get fired. They responded there.
They
so
did.
You got to feel good about VJ.
I totally feel good for him. How many rushing yards do you think the Bears have right now? What does it feel like to you?
Like 105.
171.
Oh, wow.
So they're dominating on the ground too.
Yeah.
Their total yards. What are their total yards right now? 438 total yards to 313.
Mm.
They should be winning this game so easily right now. They've got some bad code. That was a bad call on 4th down.
Well, especially when you go up, you try to draw them off sides, and it's like they
Yeah.
don't jump. And
Just
then you go
kick
back
it.
and do the same thing again.
All right, Broncos, don't be stupid here. Just that'd be nice if they. Yeah, very safe call.
It's going to be on Will Lutz.
It's going to be on Will Lutz.
It's going to be a 40-yarder for Will Lutz.
Oh my God, he cannot miss it. Well, the Bears are going to have time, so they call a timeout. See, that's what I was saying. They could have called the timeout. What's the difference? They could have called a timeout with 2:03 left and just had more time. It would have been the same thing. You would have the 2-minute warning. So I was right about that. All right, so whatever. All right, I'm just
Good job,
putting on my wins. That's all.
Good job.
Russ, 21-27, 223, 8.3. They threw the ball down the field more in the second half. Good for them. 3 touchdowns, no interception. Russ has had a great. I think that's a 2-4. I think that's a great game.
What is it again? His stats?
21-27, 223.
That's great.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns, no picks.
Yeah,
1 sack.
That's really good.
Yeah, that's winnable. 28 points for the Broncos. 28 points. Hopefully 31 here shortly.
I said it was going to be 30-17 Broncos win, remember? Of course, Cortland.
That's a dumb play, man.
Well, if Cortland catches the ball,
It's
the
still
clock keeps going.
All right. But
Cortland,
now,
it hits you in the hands, buddy. Squeeze that thing, Cortland.
You just gave
around that.
you just
It's all on Will Lutz, man.
the problem that bugs me about that pass right there, it was behind a first down. So I get what you're saying.
Well,
But
it
if
gets you
you're
closer. It's about getting you in range with this guy.
But you could have just handed the ball off and got 4 yards.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Huge field goal
Deep
attempt.
kick.
By the way, a lot of time left for the Bears as well.
Can you do that? He jumped over the center and he got it. 51-yard. You can't make contact. That's a risky play.
That wasn't 51 yards. That was 40.
No, that's it. 51.
Really? They were on the 30, huh?
Yeah, I think that was
I thought
51.
they were on the 20. Good job. That's not easy.
That is such a risky play, jumping over the center, because if you make any contact with him, it's a flag. It's a penalty.
Broncos take the lead.
Watch what he jumped over the
Yeah, it was a 51 yarder.
risky. 51-yarder. Good job, bro.
Good boy, Will.
Good job, Will. Who needed all those kickers in training camp? Oh, that was fade into the right, just corrected. All right. Wow. See, that's a risk. I mean, he did it.
Yeah.
And you have to go through the gap. You actually can't go over the center. So that's a pretty clever play by that dude to
You got to be super athletic to be able to do the jump and then jump
Yeah.
again right when you hit the ground and go up to make that
I
block.
can see you make it. What
all
on
the
special
time,
teams?
man. All the
Did you
time. No, I wasn't that guy.
You were on field goal.
I was not on field goal block.
No.
I was on field goal though.
Like as that
On a wing,
outsider.
a
Yeah,
wing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember the game in Buffalo when Jason Elam hit the one to win it. As time expired, it was the same game where Kevin Everett broke his neck. This was in 2007.
Yes.
But we had a walk-off field goal win, and I was on field goal on the wing. And they rushed 2 guys right at me. I tried to do my best, and this guy almost blocked it. Like I pushed one of them. He went spinning through the air, and the other guy went behind me and almost blocked it. But it didn't matter because we made it, and we won. They were always rushing. When they rush 2 guys off the edge like that, you got to pick one of them, and they're trying to get you tied up so the other guy can go free and block it.
All right, fellas. Do the Broncos get the turnover?
They don't get a turnover, but they're going to stop these guys.
On downs?
Mhm.
Okay. The Bears have one.
Oh, turnover on
timeout.
downs, yeah.
So you think they stop them on downs?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't think the Bears are doing a lot well right now, except that.
He's trying to get out of bounds. Oh,
Oof.
good tackle. I mean, it's a first down, but who cares?
There's a lot of time.
Yep.
Tick, 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 tick,
Singleton.
tick, 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 tick.
Okay, so they picked up a first down. They didn't get out of bounds.
What the Broncos don't want is to allow a touchdown right here.
And you can tell they're playing incomplete pass. You can tell they're playing
How about the Bills? 48-20 over Miami Dolphins.
So much for the Dolphins being that good, huh?
Yeah, right. Dolphins suck.
I think the Broncos are going to have to get a turnover to stop a field goal. I don't think they're going to stop them on downs. Fields could run a little bit here too. They do have a timeout. They got a $1.18. They got plenty of time. Broncos need to make one more play. One more play. Come on, Broncos.
Oh,
Deep pass over the middle.
Oh, there we
Nice
go.
play. Nice play, Surtain. There you go.
Third
There you
down.
go.
Broncos about to kneel on this ball and end the game. When the Bears throw 2 more incompletions, that could have been
Nice
a PI.
play by Surtain. Do you think so?
Well, he was on him a little bit. They could have called that. I'm glad they didn't. Glad they're letting him play here.
Come on, VJ. Look at VJ.
Look
Come on, VJ. Okay, 3rd and 10.
This is like the game of the morning, too. All the other games suck that are on right now.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
no.
And super soft coverage. They made that look so easy.
Why are y'all doing that?
Well, what were they doing there? Why
Well, they're
was
just,
that so soft?
yeah, that's the thing. That's like a lot of teams do it. This prevent at the end of the game, and it just kind of prevents you from winning.
Connor, you're looking sharp here. It might be at overtime. You might get that. They need about another 15 yards to be in field goal territory.
Ooh.
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 No, that could be grounding.
That is grounding.
Are they going to throw it?
Intentional grounding.
They're talking about it.
Yeah, throw it. Yeah.
They did. Look at that.
Bye-bye,
There
Justin.
you go. Wow. Another huge mistake by Fields.
Oops. Nobody
Who's
there.
who?
Sorry,
No,
Hans.
man.
Wrong guess.
Wow. Huge mistake by Fields right there. Huge mistake. Yep. Wow. 2 really big mistakes by Fields. That's part. Hey, man, you got to figure that out too. That's about being a quarterback too. You got to know it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just better off just taking the sack right here. Just go down. That's a terrible mistake.
Ooh, requires a runoff too.
Yep.
He's not.
Oh, look at these Bears fans.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Your life is miserable.
The Bears.
No, so what is it? 2nd and 25?
2nd and forever.
2nd and 21.
Yeah.
2nd and 21.
But you look at this defense they're playing. See, everybody's really soft.
Well, they're going to give them basically to the 50. So the Bears could get it to the 50 relatively easily. But
Yeah, and then they break a tackle, get 10 more yards, and you're in field goal range there.
if you throw it to DJ Moore, even Herbert,
Bears are out of timeouts. That's actually not the worst thing in the world.
yeah,
To give them some yards.
that's
Just
it.
keep
So
them
they gave him the
inbounds,
50.
inbounds.
Okay, they did exactly what we said. The Broncos, well, it's 48, but the Broncos gave them that. That's all right. I mean, it's 3rd and forever. It's got to be 3rd and 14 or something.
20,
And you're right. There's no timeouts left.
24 unanswered points by the Broncos.
Oh, man, this is looking good for the Broncos here, man. They'll give them another. What are they doing? All right, so they're rushing. Oh, they're bringing some heat. Are they going to bring some heat? They're showing blitz.
Uh-oh.
Oh!
Nice.
That's it! There you
Kareem,
go!
Kareem.
Wow, Kareem! There you go! Woo!
First win of the Sean Payton era.
Nice! That is awesome. Look at that. Wow. Wow. They brought heat. VJ forced a and Kareem, who's been look at this. They brought heat.
Oh,
Great read by Kareem.
Wow.
And Justin Fields, who had an incredible game, made 3 bad mistakes. The fumble turnover, that interception, and the intentional grounding. And Kareem smartly just goes down. That's it.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. It looks like Fields thought Kmet was going to turn a different way.
Wow.
Look at that. Look at that.
Game over.
Woo! Wow. Wow. What a comeback by the Broncos. That is bananas. Look at Sean Payton, the sleeves.
Yeah, the sleeves.
We got to cut the sleeves off. Hey, do we have any jack? We got to cut some sleeves here. We got to get some rally sleeves going. So I can cut my sleeves off? Yeah. All right. Well, we'll start the post-game show now. So, Jesse, why don't you come on over here with your computer? Thank my buddy Connor. Thank you, Connor. You going to hang out? We're going to go to the Rockies game later? All right, just hang out. Hang out. Hang out. Jesse, come on over here. Chad, by the way, Chad was traveling last night, and here we are in the post-game show. The Broncos just won 31-28. Thank you to Landmark Lincoln for being a great sponsor located on South Broadway. They've been a fixture in Denver forever. It's myself, Nate Jackson, Jesse Montano. Montano. How do you
Montano. Yeah, you got it. Nailed it.
Montano. And Chad was
like
trying
Scarface.
desperately to get here. He was sending us some texts.
Yeah.
He just had some travel issues, unfortunately.
Yep.
So Chad was not able to get
Right
here.
to jail.
But
Right to jail for Chad.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if we want Chad to come after this comeback victory. Would it be
Wow.
bad luck?
Okay, so if you're just checking us out here on the post game show, we're at Guerilla Sports Studios.
Yep.
We want to thank everybody. I don't know if you want to get some thanks out of the way first.
Well, thank you guys for coming down and hanging out with us today. This was awesome. The chat is loving it. The chat's in a great mood now.
as they should be.
Everyone's feeling great now. No, we gave some love to our folks over at Landmark. Again, Mark, Blake just got here late night, making sure everything was all set up for today. So no, dude, today's been a great morning, and then we get a win.
So
yeah.
we're streaming live, and then we'll post things later and blah blah blah.
Yep.
But this is a great time to just chime in, give us your thoughts. What do you think? You can sort of read them as we go. But overall, what'd you think? What'd you think of that game?
Man, tale of two halves. Like we talked about
Crazy.
earlier, the Broncos have done well in the first half, struggled in the second half so far this season. The opposite was true today.
Yep.
They were bad in the first half and came alive in the second half. Halftime adjustments came together, whatever they did. Defensively, they're able to, tighten up. Justin Fields had a career half in the first half and then fell apart in the second half. So kudos to the Broncos for staying with it. They had 24 unanswered points to end the game there. They were down 28-7.
Yep.
And they found a way to win, man. That's the type of thing you go in the locker room. It doesn't matter what your record is right now.
Right.
These guys deserve to be happy about what
Right.
just happened, deserve to feel like, okay, something just clicked. Let's hold on to that feeling, guys, because you know what? It's a 1 week at a time thing. They got the bad taste out of their mouths from last week, which was an all-timer, 70-20. I mean, all week long, it's been how bad this team is, right? And the first half was the same. I was looking at Twitter in the first half. Every media sports personality in this town was just roasting the Broncos in the first half, right? Well, what happened? They found a way to turn it around. So this coaching staff, Sean Payton, Vance Joseph especially, under fire. Props to those guys for making it happen. And Russell Wilson, dude.
Yeah,
Russell Wilson, y'all.
I think Wilson's the player of the game. I think Jaleel McLaughlin was trending that way, and he had a tremendous day. But I'm going to give Russell Wilson so much credit, bro. Like, that's what you need. You led a huge comeback. You were getting everybody fired up. You played great. You didn't make any, here was Russ, 21 of 28 for 223, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, only 1 sack, and no fumbles. And like I said, Fields, who had a ridiculous day. Like, the fact that the Bears couldn't win when Justin Fields played that well, but there were 3 huge mistakes by Fields. The intentional grounding, the fumble, scoop, and score, and that was third down, man. You don't have to get the first down. You don't have to. You had 2 downs to get it. And the Broncos brought the heat. VJ, good call, brought the heat. And Kareem, who's had a couple of rough games, made a pick. So again, 3 bad mistakes by Fields in an otherwise great game. But Russell Wilson didn't make those mistakes. He didn't. He was more just steady and encouraging. I'm pumped up for Russell Wilson. I thought he was the player of the game.
Yeah, and that late pass to Marvin Mims down the right sideline was enormous for them, and really the only shot they took all game. I think it was the only ball he really unloaded, and it came.
Judy had a catch for 25.
I'm talking about a deep pass thrown by Russell Wilson.
Okay.
Anything
that was 48 yards to Mims, to your point.
I'm talking about in the air, a deep ball. Do you remember any other deep balls being thrown down the field?
Well, they put a couple more in the second half, but yeah, I know what you're saying. And he only threw for 8 yards per.
What was being asked of Russell Wilson was to throw all this underneath stuff and manage the game. And at the end of the game, when they needed a big play and dialed it up, it worked. So Russell Wilson has been the best deep ball thrower in the NFL for a while now. He still has that ball in his tool belt.
Yeah.
And he pulled it out, man. And I'm happy for these guys.
I am too.
I said it halfway through the game. The Broncos felt like they got out of, or I said it after the first drive before things started going bad. They got out of their own way today on a lot of this stuff. The Chicago Bears shot themselves in the foot over and over and over again. Even Justin Fields, after how well he played, you listed off 3 or 4 big mistakes he made, and they all came in the fourth quarter. Bad teams can't get out of their own way.
Yeah.
The Broncos did themselves a couple favors today by just letting the play come to them, executing on the stuff they need to execute on, the easy plays that are there for the taking, and they were able to get a nice
I could
win.
already tell what the vibe's going to be. It's like, oh, you beat the Bears. Congratulations. You beat the worst
Who's going to
team.
say that?
Oh, I'm sure it's happening right now.
Yeah.
Well,
here's the thing. Also, you withstood Justin Fields' best day of his life.
Yes.
You withstood
Yes.
some really nice catches.
Yeah.
Everything was going right for them.
Yeah.
You know, and you can easily fold up shop when that's happening and say, all right, this isn't our day.
Right.
They withstood that
Right.
that trend there.
They showed some heart.
They did, man.
They did.
VJ.
VJ goes from, dude, it's 28-7, and the Bears have the ball. They score a touchdown. VJ's getting fired tomorrow, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously. I mean, there's no way they're going to come back from 35-7. VJ's going to get fired. And instead, the defense held their water. It's a Norwegian expression. I already explained that story.
Sparklefish.
That's right. Schnoogenflogen. And the Broncos offense rallied behind the defense, coming up with some big plays.
A team win. A team win. And
Very much. And
you also,
Lutz hits the field goal.
And also, Marvin Mims' punt return at the beginning of that drive, a 30-yard return to put him in pretty good field position. So this was a team win that they can feel good about. I know that you're holding back the smile there. I'm just saying, man, special teams ended up helping them in the end.
Well, hey, and props to Lutz, man. You hit a 51-yarder on the road. That's not easy.
No.
And that's great job by him. Let's see what else did they do?
And they overcame again. Like there's been so much of this. I think we even talked about it during that live stream where this team has had such a problem getting down and not being able to pull themselves back up.
Yes.
Like you said, they showed the clip of Russell Wilson when they made it a 2-score game. He's running down the sidelines telling everyone, we're still in this.
Yeah.
This game's not over. We got a whole quarter to go.
And now they know. They've just created some
yes.
muscle memory on how to win together as a unit, right?
Yep.
We can do this. If we're down, we can trust our quarterback to come back. We can trust our defense to make a big
Believe
play.
in each other.
We can trust Will Lutz.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
This was a really huge game for this team, I think, going forward, trying to change the culture.
I think it's huge for them trying to change the culture, even if they, they're not going to make the playoffs, stuff like that. But I thought this was a good culture game for them.
Yeah.
If I'm the Bears, I fire that head coach tomorrow. That guy, he can't coach his way out of a paper bag.
Eberflus.
Eberflus is Eber gone. I mean, that is that is awful.
Yeah.
Awful coaching because
and then the 4th and 1 that
they're in easy field goal territory. Yep. Why don't you just take the lead? I guess he doesn't trust his defense. I guess that's
doesn't trust the D, doesn't trust the kicker, I guess.
The total yards were crazy when you look at the numbers. The Bears were 6 of 12 on third down. They had 471 yards. They had 171 rushing yards, 300 passing yards. But guess what, guys? Your stupid Chicago Bears had 10 penalties, and it crushed them at the end. Broncos with 7 penalties, not great. And the Bears were 1 for 3 on 4th down. What else with them? Fields did have a good game, but those mistakes that he made were gargantuan.
Huge.
They were huge mistakes.
And that's kind of his MO.
I know.
Like he has a lot of really,
crazy.
Amazing physical plays, and it's
but
wow, no one can do that.
Kick the field goal, and then let's see what we do.
Yeah, understand that your tendencies, that your quarterback has those tendencies. Don't put him in a position to make those mistakes.
And that's pure. Listen, that's coaching for the Bears. Forget about the Bears. Thank God the Broncos won, and now it sets up a game with the Jets. That's the Nathaniel Hackett game.
The revenge game for Nathaniel.
This changes the tone of the season. I cannot tell you guys how big this actually was and how much it meant to the Broncos this week.
But hold on, I got to clarify. Big in terms of what?
I
know, but
the spirit of that building. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah,
these guys were
like
virtually checked out this week, and this really.
But is
a big deal.
Are you suggesting that this could be the turnaround for them to go on a run to make the postseason?
Why not? Why not, Jesse?
I'm not doing that.
Why?
But
hold on. I just want to say something. Okay. Nobody knows who's good in the NFL yet. The Miami Dolphins, who kicked the crap out of the Broncos last week, got their butts kicked today. Yeah. The Cincinnati Bengals are supposed to be good in the AFC West, lost again. There's who are the Raiders? They're not great. Who are the Chargers? Are they good? We don't know. Who the Chiefs? Yes, they're good. But we don't know. Jesse is the point, and we gotta hold out hope. One game at a time, baby.
One game at a time.
One game at a time.
It does change everything, though, and I'm not gonna. You're not wrong. Definitely not wrong, because you beat the Jets, then you have a short week with the Chiefs. I know this is sound crazy because of how good the Chiefs are, but if you were ever gonna just get the Chiefs, I would say it probably works in your advantage if it's some wacky thing like a short week and they're just looking past you, and you got a little momentum going. And then, I mean, if you listen, man, I'm going down the road here, and none of this matters if they lose this game. But you go down the road, you can beat the Jets, set up, maybe finally you beat the Chiefs. You're 3-3. Yeah, I'm just telling you what it is. It's a different world. This game was gargantuan. And the way they won this game, forget about how they went down in this game. Look how they won this game. That means a ton. That means a ton.
Yeah, Sean Payton talked this week about having a couple times in his career gone down 0-4 in the season.
Yeah.
And had to claw back, and they ended up being 8-8. But the energy that it took to get back to that was a lot. You know what I mean? So they've avoided going 0-4. They're 1-3, and one game at a time. Just anything can happen.
The Bears
You
played
got to
well,
build.
too.
You got to build.
Yeah.
You are right. 'Cause, I mean, at the end of the day, it's 3 losses. You know, if you end the season with 3-4 losses, you're in good shape. I'm just looking at the way these last 3 weeks have gone, the way that large portions of this game went. I'm with you guys 100%. I think this is a big that fourth quarter is a big culture win for this organization and getting things turned around. There was fire in Russell Wilson. He looked like he had buy-in from the rest of the team there for the first time. But they almost got ran out of this building, and they stopped
But they
that.
didn't. But they didn't.
I
At
know,
the
but
end of the
you
day,
can't
they
you
didn't.
can't just throw that out though. Like,
Yeah, they will. Trust me. They'll totally throw it
well,
out.
I know, and that's why they've been rebuilding and winning 5 games a season for 8 years.
Prior to this game, guys, Russell Wilson was 4-14 as a Broncos starter.
Yeah.
And he had never done that. What
Never
he
done
just
that.
did. He has never done that in a Broncos uniform. He just did.
Yep.
Right.
His teammates saw him do it. Now they believe in him. And that belief does actually matter
Right.
out there in
It
those
happens.
moments.
It
Totally.
happens.
So I think
Yeah.
that was a huge game for him and this team believing in him as their leader.
Okay. What other numbers? Do we have any other? I don't know how that's going. If anybody wants to chime in, but I hope people are excited. They should be. The Broncos, Jaleel McLaughlin, 7 carries for 72, and we know Javonte Williams has a hip thing. So
Yeah, Jaleel McLaughlin, a great back. I mean,
Great
it's really
game.
nice to have him, isn't it? Because
Yep.
if Javonte Williams had gone out and all you got is Samaje Perine and somebody else you're not confident in, that puts a lot of pressure on Samaje Perine. So right now, having Jaleel McLaughlin being so productive and looking so ready to take over these carries as a rookie, undrafted guy, it's really great for this offense.
What else? Who else stood out? Who else stood out to you? Who's that?
The Colts.
The Colts. All right. Good comeback.
Couple of comebacks today, huh?
Couple of comebacks. Play of the game for sure by a mile was the sack by Benito, fumble, Jonathan Cooper scooping it up.
Yep.
That was absolutely gargantuan.
Well,
And
because you had just said right before that happened, you said, well, they just got the first down. There's 2 more minutes. They
That's
have the
right.
ball till at least
That's right.
5, whatever left.
that's right.
Next play, tie
Two-
game.
2 huge moments there. One, that for the Broncos to tie the game. And I'd say another one, coaching misstep and great 4th down stop.
Yeah.
Broncos on defense
Huge.
got a great 4th down stop.
De'Aaron Turner, coming in. I think that was him, wasn't it? Or was that the play before it
was
to make
play
it?
before it was the play before to stop it.
Yeah.
It was Singleton kind of.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Getting the gap there.
Yep.
And we're just watching the Bills now smoke the Dolphins. Wow. So AFC West.
I know it was kind of a running joke with the VJ thing throughout the game, but so everyone was dogging on him, on the chat, on Twitter, all that stuff for the first half. Does he get the credit there in the second half?
He should.
VJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yes.
should, yeah.
If he's getting the blame.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And a lot of the criticism of the Broncos in the first 3 games, rightfully so, was the lack of apparent halftime adjustments that they were making.
Yeah.
Because they were having a good first half and coming out and getting worked in the second half. This game was the opposite. So
yeah,
good job to the coaches getting the message, whether it was a technical thing they were doing or just messaging and getting these guys a fire lit under their asses. It worked. These guys came out and played really well in the second half.
Well, I don't know if it's coaching or players or whatever, they should get a ton of credit for stopping the bleeding there, because that's one thing this group has not been able to do. When things start snowballing, they can't stop it. Obviously, last week, maybe the most evident example of that. They made some adjustments. Things didn't go great right out of the half, and they were able to throw some cold water on everything, slow down, reset, and got themselves back in a game, put themselves in a position.
They're going to be so fired up. It's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
And they're just going to say, okay, we believe that we can do something here. They showed some heart. They showed some spirit. I'm telling you, it was flat as a pancake out there at practice this week, but at least from talking to players and watching things, this is going to help a lot. I think the relationship with Sean Payton and VJ was tenuous at best this week.
They were yelling at each other on the
There
sidelines.
seem to be some moments.
And now they're hugging each other in the locker room.
Mhm.
And,
Yep.
you know, it's going to be the cutting the sleeves. It's going to be the cutting the sleeves. Like
That was the moment.
we got to figure out what time of the game that actually
That
happened. That the sleeves got cut off and went on the ground.
Well, I'm dying to know why. Like, what was it? He was
You're
like,
getting in the way of his. I don't know.
What was it? It's such a
Maybe-
funny move. It's like a Belichickian sort of deal.
Well, a lot of times, like they have a ton of gear, and they're always getting new gear in, and like, oh, this cool new sweater you're gonna wear for the game, or this cool new windbreaker, or whatever it is. Then you put it on, you're like, oh, this looks cool. And then you get out there, you're like, oh, this is itchy, or it's a little
Doesn't
tight right
fit
here.
right, yeah.
Situationally, I'm having a hard time relative to the, whatever. I will say this about Sean Payton and this team. This is really important for Sean Payton to get this win in the eyes of his players, because the players like, okay, we know that you have skins on the wall, you have the pedigree, but you haven't shown us dick yet.
Yep.
But now we just saw you. We just saw you engineer a great second half, a game-winning drive on offense as the play caller. We trust you now, Sean.
Yep.
Let's put this together. So I think it's really important for everybody.
They lose this game by multiple scores, and that the Sean Payton shtick is kind of like done.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's brutal.
You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
so brutal. Are we officially in Bo Nix Sanders May season? No, we are definitely not there now. John Reed on Twitter. Appreciate it, John.
Does any of this downplayed by the fact that it was the Bears, or does that
It
not
will
really
be.
matter?
It will
No,
be
but
for
I mean,
sure.
for you guys,
For me,
yeah.
No, because I understand how difficult it is to win any game in the
100%, yeah.
NFL.
Hey,
Like,
man, I got to give you guys something. So I got a guy. His name is Jackson Stearns, and he's been reaching out to me on Twitter. He's at the game.
Yeah.
And so, all right, hold on. He's there. This is hysterical. So this is him in Chicago. I don't know if you can see this. You probably can't, but let me play some audio. So this is my guy in Chicago with Bears fans.
I don't think you can hear it. They can hear it.
Couple beverages enjoyed by
Yeah.
that guy. It sounds
We're
like.
live here.
That's
I would be
awesome,
pretty
man.
happy if I were him right there.
That
too,
is
man.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was
Yeah.
a pretty. Jeez.
Oh, Jackson, that's a riot, brother. That's so awesome.
Hey, again, yeah, he probably was not. He's probably getting a lot of chirps coming his way halfway through that game. So that's got to be a nice walk out of the stadium for him.
From John Moneypenny, the Sean Payton offense is going to get better and better and better as the year goes on. The key to them finishing some sort of respectable record is going to be the defense getting their shit together. Thank you, John. Listen, Russell Wilson had a great game. He's my player of the game. You got somebody better than Russell Wilson today?
No, I don't. Jaleel McLaughlin showed
right
up.
there.
Jaleel McLaughlin.
I think Nick Benito had a hell of a
He-
game
he
today,
did.
too.
He did.
Russell Wilson was the emotional leader today.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's been that yet, at least, to my eye. Obviously, I'm not in that locker room, but like he was the emotional leader of that team today. And that was something that I thought they needed more than just purely the X's and O's. I think we all agree they're a better football team than the Bears.
Yep.
But they needed something extra today. And I thought that was what Russell Wilson gave. And yeah, so you had a couple other guys that made some plays, but I don't think they do that. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I don't think they do that without Russell Wilson.
No, Russ looked great. Good job. The defense came through when they needed to. The Bears are dumb. They're a dumb team. They do dumb things, and the Broncos benefited because of that. So, okay. It was a field goal difference. The Bears could have easily kicked a field goal, and they didn't. And then they're the Bears. They do dumb things, man. That's a bad coach and a bad team. And Justin Fields had a good game, but 3 big mistakes. You can't make those mistakes either.
And he's
So-
never going to have a half like that again in his life. Like he played perfect that first half, and the Broncos were able to withstand it.
I'll give you a sneaky good job by the Broncos defense too, was not allowing the Bears to score at the end of the first half. And they ended up with that Hail Mary because he had a perfect first half going. So that was just kind of a small, quiet, good sort of moment to at least prevent a field goal or a touchdown there. And the Broncos started 3 and out. So they started flat coming out of the locker room too.
That's right.
So they weren't so great either. And I don't know, man, it's kind of a mess game really on certain levels, but Who cares?
So
The Broncos got the win.
he said that it being the Bears doesn't matter to him. Does it matter to you at all that this was the Bears?
Yes, of course it matters.
So on Tuesday, will this feel a little bit less good because it was the Bears?
No, this is going to feel really
All
good.
right.
For those guys in the locker room, it's going to feel great
Yep.
because when you lose, especially if it was your 4th game in a row,
Yep.
to start off 0-4, that the temperament around that place would have been awful. I mean, you lose one game in the NFL, you walk in, you can't smile,
Yep.
you can't laugh, you
Right.
can't, like, your coaches don't want to look at you. It's a really bad vibe until you get the taste out of your mouth. And they got it out of their mouth, man, so they can actually go have fun again.
Don't forget, and we should check on, guys, we have a score, the Vikings-Panthers. Was that a late game or an early game? Vikings-Panthers.
I think the Vikings.
Vikings won.
Oh, did they really?
Okay.
I thought someone said they were gonna
because
ask
there
it.
were 4 0-4 teams, 0-3 teams, and the Vikings-Panthers were also, winless. So the Vikings won. All right. So the Panthers and Bears are the only winless teams in the NFL. Well, you don't want to be part of that bottom 2, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, that's embarrassing that 30 other teams figured out how to get a win, and you didn't. Oh, is this for a win right here?
This is the tie. They just scored a touchdown.
And they're not going for 2 for the win.
No, most
Wow.
teams don't do that.
Chickens. Chicken cutlets right there.
Would you have gone for it?
Hell yeah. Are they on the road or at home? They're on the road. Yes, I would have gone for it. I would have gone for the win. So the Commanders and the Wow, good for the Commanders taking the Eagles to overtime.
Actually, the Commanders were up all game. The Eagles came back and went ahead.
Oh,
And then-
okay.
Nate, to your point, about having to sit with that bad taste all week, and I spent a lot of time around the NHL, hockey, and the Avs and stuff like that. And it's so funny, DMAC, you and I have talked about this. The Avs go get blown out on one night. You got to wait 48 hours, and you're back on the ice. Another game, you get a chance to turn the page. Football's not like that. You got to sit on that for a week, depending on hopefully it's not your bye week. You got to sit on that for 2 weeks or whatever.
We actually had a little debate about this a couple of days ago about how you approach that week after a loss like that. For me, when I played for Mike Shanahan, and we never lost back-to-back games, I don't think, in the 6 years I was here. So we always recovered well from it.
Yeah.
The Monday after the loss, absolutely. It's a funeral. Nobody's laughing. Nobody's talking. You go in there, you watch the film, you get yelled at. You got to go run. You got to go lift. Keep it quiet. Tuesday's everybody's day off. Wednesday, you come back to work on the next week. You're supposed to erase it. Now, you're not in there jumping, doing hey,
everything's great.
But at the same time, if you have a good practice on Wednesday and Thursday, by the time Friday rolls around, in my opinion, you should be able to laugh again. You should be able to have some fun out there, knowing that you just put a couple good days in, and we're moving towards the next victory. But Chad was like, "Nah, man, you don't get to smile until you win again." Type of thing. So don't laugh. Don't it should be quiet focus until we find a way to win again. And I think from team to team is different. Either way, though, man, there are real consequences when you play this poorly. Vance Joseph, people were calling for his job. This is a grown man who's done this his whole life and worked really hard to be excellent at what he does. And the whole world is asking that you get fired for your performance. That weight is heavy on these guys. These guys got to know that their coach is under fire. So are they. So it's really nice that they got this victory.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got to avoid going. I like what you just said. They should enjoy this tonight, tomorrow, Tuesday.
Back to work.
They got to go back to work.
No, they shouldn't start smelling their own ass. That's what they used to say.
Right.
Don't start smelling your own ass.
But they'll be excited. See, the difference is they will now officially be excited to get back to work.
Yeah.
Whereas if they
but
lost
again,
this game,
this is a group that's learning how to win, though, DMAC.
Yeah.
This is a group that's learning how to go through this process.
Huge step.
It's a huge step, and as long as they don't get carried away with it, that's part of learning how to learn.
They won't get that. That's not going to happen. They'll know they dodged some bullets here for sure.
Yeah, this core has a good track record of doing exactly that.
The difference is it'll just be a different spirit, excitement that you can roll into a home game against Nathaniel Hackett. Here we go with that game. We're officially on the Nathaniel Hackett game.
No issue getting fired up for that one.
No issue in hype for that one. The players don't care. The players didn't hate Nathaniel Hackett.
I guess that's true.
They didn't.
I guess they'd probably be
Wait, do you think the players subconsciously know that he got a raw deal, so they're actually going to take their foot off the gas?
Throw it. They're going to throw it.
And then let him win?
The hype is going to be Sean Payton, Nathaniel Hackett, who's the worst coach.
Oh, that worst coach. Yeah.
It'll be one of those deals.
Yeah.
So that'll be.
Do you think they'll go talk before the game and hug it out and be like,
no, I don't think they know each other.
Sorry I said those things about you. Had a couple too many lattes.
All right, wait, hold on. Let me ask about that. There are too many lattes. Do you think
I was out of line?
Do you think there's a moment that they actually kind of
in warm up? Absolutely, they should. If Sean Payton is a stand-up guy, he's going
He
to
goes to
find
him.
Nathaniel Hackett before the game, introduce himself, apologize, and fucking hug it out.
You played in the league. Did you like those comments?
No. He didn't. They weren't necessary.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think like we can't blame Hackett for everything that happened last year.
Yeah,
there was so many moving parts, man.
No,
yeah.
All right. I agree, but at the end it was ridiculous.
Yeah,
And
no, at the end it was. But but how do you feel at the beginning when 2 games in, your GM hires Jerry Rosberg, the fixer, to come help you with situational stuff in the game?
I'm
You're
sorry,
the
what
head
stuff.
Situational.
Right.
It's not cool, man. Like the guy was neutered straight from the start.
That is true, and don't forget the Broncos started 2-1, and we're 3-5 at the break. So the Broncos are now 1-3. We'll see what happens. They've got the Jets, 2 games against the Chiefs. A really weird setup with that, like a Thursday, then the Packers, then the Chiefs again. So you get the Chiefs kind of really close together before the bye week, and they come back after the bye week. You guys know who the Broncos have after the bye week?
Chargers? I don't know.
Bills.
Oh,
Okay.
that's right. Yeah.
So,
Where?
Where? In Buffalo. And the Bills just smoked the Dolphins.
I mean, they that's another reason why
So
they needed
you've got
this
the
win.
Chiefs and the Bills 3 out of 4 weeks.
Yeah, you needed
3 out
this
of 4
win
games.
because had they dropped this one, you were genuinely
Oh my
potentially
God.
staring down the barrel of like not looking at a win until like week 9 or week 10.
They can steal one from the Chiefs. They can.
I think so too. The games against the Chiefs are remarkably close for how much better the Chiefs are than the Broncos. There's just something about teams that know each other in the division. So, all right, anything else here, guys? I don't want to,
Huge win, man.
So yeah,
Huge
no,
win.
yeah. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. This was awesome.
All right, so we want to thank Landmark Lincoln, right?
Yep, Landmark Lincoln, great friends of ours, great partners. Thanks so much for helping us put today.
I
on.
heard Matthew McConaughey's asleep in the parking lot at Landmark Lincoln
yeah,
right now.
You gotta find him. It's right after dusk. He flashes through the parking lot there. Yeah, you gotta find him.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. No, but yeah, big thanks to Landmark Lincoln for helping making all this possible right there on South Broadway.
All right, so if you're just catching on late, this will be posted.
Yep.
And so there's a variety of ways to catch it.
Yep.
And you can maybe clip our reactions
So
during
we'll
the
have
games.
some
We'll maybe see
clips.
some of that stuff. And we'll be back at it for our own podcast tomorrow.
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah.
Figure that out.
I'm up for it.
One way or the other. We have good things to talk about. Sean Payton will be on a Zoom call on the phone. He doesn't even do the video. He's just on the phone.
Oh, he just does the phone.
Yeah, it's so weird how he
Oh,
does
man.
that. So that's tomorrow. And then the Rockies finish up their season. Tragically, 41 games out of first place. That wraps up today. So I'm
Damn,
gonna
just missed it.
I'm gonna go down. Connor, my son's here, who is awesome. How great was he to show up today?
Super
Dude,
great.
awesome.
Really awesome.
Super buff too.
So
Yeah,
he
yeah,
is
yeah.
yoked.
yeah.
So we'll go to watch the last couple innings of the Rockies, and then Jesse,
I'll see you there.
we'll see you over the Avalanche game.
Yeah.
Wow, look at you, D-Mac.
Yeah, buddy. Colorado sports. It doesn't get better than this. Thank you, everybody, man. We really appreciate it. Broncos win 31-28. How about that? See ya.
See ya. Bye.